The best part of that is my captions don't work, so chat's not going to know my threat. Hi, everybody. Heads up. Caption Ninja hates me. Welcome to High Shelf Collective, where we are playing some Pathfinder 2E today. Game Master is the one and only. Kind of like that. James. But we'll get into it all in just a second. I'm going to do like announcements. I'll let everybody introduce themselves, and then we'll get into it, and you can understand why I look like a small pack. What have we got going on? We obviously have this today as part of our August summer one-shots. I hope y'all are around for July's. They were very fun, very wild, very cool. There will be another one tomorrow, another first-time GM over on High Shelf Collective. Magic's going to be running a Henshin one-shot. We will have, I believe, on Thursday, or if not this Thursday, check our socials. On Thursdays, we have the last caravan. Distinctly different. We are not liable. Hoop.
Hoop's gonna go after you.
It's not us. It's Tim. You go after Tim. We're just using his game's name. And then on Friday, we have the beginning of a 4-shot of Omega, ran by our very own Omega creator down here, Casey. And I think set in the same world same storyline as we played in the campaign.
Yep, it takes off about 3 years after the end of our campaign, and it's a rookie crew that's gonna be working for the Queen of the Dam.
Am I there? Is Renos there?
I have not decided.
Make her at least like super awesome, and she's like on a business trip, but everyone knows about how badass she is and how she's best friends with the Queen of the Damned. Anyway. That's my only request. Then we have on the 18th another wonderful one-shot read by Hoop. It is going to be like there's a train. We're just have to deal with it if y'all hear it. It'll be a Lancer one-shot where they're going to be fighting like an ultra behemoth. It's like LL
rigged.
9?
It's LL9 and it's bullshit.
Yeah, everyone's going to die. James is going to be on that.
So
Casey's going to be in that. It should be terrifying, especially for our two individuals that have only played one game of Lancer. Have fun, Casey. Casey's like hyper focused on Lancer, though. He knows it conceptually. I think, Casey, you got it. You'll be fine.
I'll be fine. I'm gonna stand in the back and shoot my
about.
giant ass gun and be let everybody else deal with it.
Yeah. And then on the 19th, next Monday, we have our once a month campaign of Championship Wrestling Memphis, ran by the wonderful Sin. Come check that out, as well as then. Oh, and it's
if I remember right, that's the final episode. If I remember right.
Man. I'm so sad. I love the game. Come watch that for some fun wrestling and hijinks and Paul's amazing announcer voice. It is my absolute favorite impression that he does. Then we have Beacon Bites, I believe, maybe a finale on the 21st, or they may be adding another one because we did have to miss a session. So keep an eye on socials for that. But that should be wrapping up very soon. We'll also have another one-shot on the 24th of Morkborg, ran by Owen. And then Nate will have a one-shot on the 26th of Fabula Ultima, which I'm so excited for it to finally come to this channel because I'm obsessed with that game. And then the 27th, I believe, is also where we're deciding what day. I think the 27th is out, but sometime on Tuesdays may also be the finale of Werewolf, or do we have 2 left? I know we're 2 left. Yeah. We're raging across Texas. We're ending racism. You're welcome. Come catch that. That was a lot more than I thought we had going. So I'm gonna go around the circle to everybody to introduce themselves. I'm realizing I keep slouching and then cutting my face off. So I'm gonna adjust my camera a little bit so when I slouch, I don't cut my face off. We'll go around the circle. I'll start, and then we'll go cast Nate, Casey to end James, so then he can just kick it off from there. Hi, you know me. You see me here all the time. My name is Taylor. Potato on the internet. Do we want to say like who we're playing or anything? We're gonna save that.
We'll save that for character introductions.
Cool beans. Yeah, you can find me at Potato on the internet. Excited to be here as always because you can't get rid of me. Yes.
It's my high shelf debut. It's my very first time
it
here.
Is?
Yeah, I know. I haven't been over here before. Blair messaged me and she's like, "You gotta come play." Yeah, my name is Cassidy, better known as Yoder Almighty on all the socials, and by that I mean Discord and Blue Sky, which is the only socials I have. And I'm here to make James' life hell in Pathfinder, as is my job whenever we play together. It's fine. I love James.
They're gonna try their best. They ain't gonna work. I'm ready this time.
You're ready this time? You're right. I can't snipe you from orbit this time, but I will try.
Let's go over to Nate.
Hi, everyone. My name is Nate. Excited to be here, as usual. It's always fun being here. And my goal is definitely to make James' life hell in this scenario. Likewise. You can find me, because I always forget to do this, you can find me online at IndieNate on Instagram, INDIE Nate, or just find me on Discord, Nate_BB.
I just want to make it known. My goal is not to make James's life hell. It's to make everyone else's. Just so that's out there. Casey.
Hey, how y'all doing? My name's Casey. Not my debut. I've been here forever.
Longer
you
than
can
me.
find me at. It doesn't feel like it's been that long. It really hasn't, but 2020 was I'm still living there. Let's see. You can find me at Tabletop Trucking 78 on Instagram. If you want to find me on TikTok, I do post occasionally there with you want to see, stupid videos of me ranting and raving about trucking. And on Instagram, I put photos up of me trucking, and occasionally I'll shout out, High Shelf Gaming when we're playing. Other than that, if you see me in the wild, say hello. I go anywhere and everywhere. Cannot miss me.
Love it. And then last but definitely not least, James.
Hi, I'm James. I love Pathfinder.
What?
And welcome. Oh shit! I just knocked over Mountain Dew over because I was so excited. Hi. I'm James. I'm gonna be your GM for the evening. Pathfinder 2 is my favorite game of all time. So when I found out that it was highly requested over on HSC, I knew that was my time to get my ass over here. I am so very excited to be here because tonight we're going to be diving into an event that has yet to happen in the Pathfinder official setting called the War of the Immortals. And that is where we're actually going to begin tonight. You are all in the country of Nidal on the planet of Galarian. Galarian is Pathfinder's main setting primarily. We are in a region called the Inner Sea region, I believe in Western Avestan in terms of the continent we're on. Nidal is a blighted, shadowy country. It is in war with a neighboring country named Cheliax, which are currently run by devils, but we really don't have to worry about them because we're in the Shadowland that is currently the main worshiping place of a god named Zon Kuthan. But we don't have to worry about them too much. But we do have to talk about gods. You see, everybody here, whether you're native to Nidal or not, has been getting plagued with nightmares. You smell sulfur and you're standing out in the streets, and it's very hard to picture anything in front of you except when a few moments pass by and it begins to rain. But as you look upon your hands in the streets and the buildings, it's blood. You look up to the sky. It is not a gray as if it was raining, but rather an ashen smoke. Pieces of metal begin to fall down from the sky. And right before you wake up, you are struck with one of these shards. And that's where we find ourselves this morning. You are each adventurers having to be travel either into the region or to just happen to live here. But the last week or so, it has been the same dream repeatedly. You are not quite sure what has prompted this dream. None of you are any particular worshippers, such as a cleric champion. Your connection with the divine seems to be faulty at best. Some of you might even reject divine magic in favor for more arcane or primalistic magics. And yet, you are not quite sure why. Call it a gut feeling, a spiritual pull. But that dream is connected to divinity. You're each waking up in a little inn. You're specifically in the town, in the biggest city in all of Nadal called Nisroch. Insroch. Nisroch. I'm probably mispronouncing that, but it's not like Pathfinder comes with translation guides on their wiki. But fuck it. It's my world now. It's pronounced Nisroch. There are several things to be afraid of here in this city. Mostly of the police guard. You see, there's not really police here, but rather a prominent monk order that will handle business, so to say. To give a reference that some here might be more familiar with, it is the Earthbenders of Ba Sing Se. Do that information as you wish.
The Daily.
The Daily.
The Daily.
There's no war in Ba Sing Se. What are we talking about?
And there's no War of the Immortals coming out in October. See, Paizo, I'm already plugging for you. But yes, you each wake up in not the greatest of inns. You're all not the most well-off adventurers. It's been probably a minute since each of you has gotten a gig, but you're experienced enough. But you each have felt a pull, as if something is pulling in your chest. It is not a literal pull, but possibly motivation. So that's where we're going to go around the table, and as you wake up, tell me who your character is, what they look like, and what they would start doing with their day. You are all in this little inn. So we will go. We're going to start with Cass. Tell us who you're playing, their pronouns, and what they look like.
Well, I am playing Maureen. She is a rather tall lady, using she, her pronouns. Broad in the shoulders, gives step on me mommy energy. And she fell asleep because she does not trust this inn. She fell asleep with her boots on. So she's laying on top of the sheets, and she just kind of sits up like, ugh, and immediately reaches for the staff and the liquor, and has a little hair of the dog, and makes sure the staff is ready to go in case there's any undesirables waiting for her downstairs, and heads down for breakfast. And she's about 6 foot and some change, dark brown hair, scar over the eye, wears a cowboy hat. or whatever a cowboy hat is called in
It's
Pathfinder.
a cowboy hat. It would be a
Okay.
cowboy hat. You'd probably see them a little bit more in Alkenstar or maybe Arcadia, but that's just me name dropping for the sake of name dropping.
Yeah.
Nate.
You're muted.
I always do that. You're welcome, everyone. Meave, she, her, or actually she, her, they wake up, take a big stretch, get out of bed, put their clothes on. They are a wisp fletchling, so they're more unique. They are not your normal average height for a fletchling, which I would say, James can correct me on this, probably like anywhere between 5 feet and 6 feet, probably for average.
Human size.
She's actually around 4 feet, maybe even 3'5". Like she's a little bit shorter. And because I went with this because I loved the description of this. Her hair and her skin are completely drained of any form of color. They are pale as pale can be. Their hair, though, is not like normal hair where the ends of the tips don't just be ends like regular hair. It kind of just wisps away as if it fades into nothing. So like they have long hair, but it just fades away and you're not sure how it's doing that. Dark, very bright, but a little bit dark green eyes. They put on a very kind of what would have been a noble fancy outfit, but for them it's more like, no, this is my adventuring gear. This is what I always dress up as when I'm not home. And they head downstairs because they are freaking hungry. It's breakfast time. Let's eat.
For those who don't know, and I haven't played Pathfinder before, it is very similar to I'd say D&D in terms of the general theme and fantasy. But fetchlings aren't really something that you would have in D&D, so I'm going to explain what they are real quick. Fetchlings are humanoids from the Shadow Plane, or technically the Nether Plane. They are people who might have been spawned from Shadow itself, maybe have lived on the Shadow Plane, or descendant of a powerful shadow creature. Okay. Casey.
Yes. So, Big Raga, the op stopper, just goes by Raga. He wakes up, and when I mean wake up, it wasn't in his room. It was at the bar. He is an orc, stone skin, gray with hints of black, scars all over. He has a cowboy hat as well. And the like think the whole Western get up, right? Strapped to his back is what would look, which was made by Dwarvins, but is way larger, is a shotgun or scatter shot. And always with the drip is he's got custom made knuckle dusters that are cast in steel with bronze tips. He is about, and correct me because orcs are always big to me, he's about 8'5", or is that too big?
It could be that.
Yeah.
I'll allow it. Just mechanically speaking, you're not a large creature, but that's well within the range of considered bigger.
He's got long dreadlocks that come to an end in a ponytail, and at each strand of his hair has little knives, just in case. And then he is got to match his skin, he's got gray eyes, stormy gray eyes, and his whole mouth gold because he's a bounty hunter. So he's got big old gold tusks. But yeah, and he wakes up and he's like, I'm hungry. I need some more food.
You see a golden haired Yoski, which is the rat folk of Pathfinder, just look at you and go, well, I think I could probably get you some. Are you hungry for anything in particular? Or is it just find whatever I can find?
Find whatever you can find. I'm not particularly picky.
Okay. And you see like they get on all fours and they like rush into the back, and you just hear like clattering as they're like starting to go through pantries. Tay.
Yeah. So my character's name is Nita, Nita, Nita. And wakes up in whatever room she was provided with on the floor. Has kind of just like gathered things around her to be comfortable, enough, and just like kind of huddled in, like half under the bed, probably, and just kind of like very like drags herself out of there, as just like is 3 foot nothing, skin and bones, very thin, very very gaunt, has is just like this wild mess of hair that is like a deep green, to the point it's like black. It's just like that very wet decayed leaves vibe green, algae maybe in a swamp vibe, and just has like sticks and cobwebs and rat's nest of this hair, as probably gathered more from sleeping half under this bed too, and is wearing just like pretty like plain kind of clothes, just anything that'll kind of like drape on, probably has like lots of tears, hasn't been fixed in forever. Her hands are very much, there's just like kind of like stained from like dirt and messing with like dyes and plants and materials, where it's just like almost a solid black nearly, of just like in all of the creases and stuff of her hands. Will stand up and like cracks a bunch, kind of like weathered skin, little wrinkled, older little gnome. And then looks over to the bed and then like gently untucks and kind of pats her familiar to wake, who was obviously sleeping head on the pillow under the covers, is a roly-poly bug, like little isopod beetle that is taller than her, probably standing up at this point, and will just kind of like gingerly get Ron out of bed.
I would like to remind you, familiars are tiny, so maybe like 6 inches.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Mechanically, I will never use them because I don't know how. But
no, you're gonna need them. Trust me, I got you. Yeah, as you would like begin your day and like you untuck them and like they like curl into the ball, like to your touch, you just happened, like as you're approaching the door, take a look at the mirror to your right, and instead of your reflection, you see vines and leaves and branches spewing out from inside of it, lurching onto the wall, where you see a never-ending forest of dead wood and moss and fungus beginning to envelop it. It just a set of green eyes watching.
Am I used to this in mirrors?
You're
Is this a
used to
new
seeing-
mirror thing?
You're used to seeing this every now and then. It is your
Okay.
patron
Mm.
watching. You only see your patron when something important is about to happen. For those who aren't familiar with Pathfinder, Taylor is playing a witch, which is a class all about having a patron and a familiar and learning lessons. I would say closest thematically would be a warlock in D&D, but this is a very different class in terms of its mechanical function. But you see them watching you. It's almost like stalking, like a predator. And as you look, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, I think she just kind of leans forward, does the little like head tilt, like
You still
Ki-
see
kind of
yourself
like-
in the reflection itself. So like you are seeing it. It's like if It was like layered. Like you still see your
Mhm.
reflection, and then everything goes out beyond you.
Ooh, yeah. So I think it's like one of those like, I'm watching you, you're watching me.
Mhm.
You got more, just waiting.
You see the eyes like turn as if like a head was turning, and the sound of leaves being rustled as the eyes dip further into the backdrop and eventually is enveloped in shadow. And all of the moss and branches that were branching out just suddenly break, hit the floor, and then instantly decay into nothingness.
She'll just kind of like stand up straight, look around, look over to Ron. Like, you see that? He's a beetle. So no facial expression back. And then we'll reach under the bed and kind of grabs her staff, throws her back. The staff is like probably, I don't know, taller than her. I read the description of it. But it's like also that's similarly very covered in moss, and like it like looks like it would be like slimy to touch it. It's just got like a
Yeah.
general ick around it. But then like up at the top it gets real bulby, and it looks like it might just be like knots, like it was a messed up piece of a tree branch or something. But up close it's just like a menagerie of different animals, like heads carved in this like a little uncanny, creepy kind of like bulging out way. But then she'll just like, pick a mushroom off that's been like growing on it and crunch on it, give a little to the mirror, walk out the door, pretending like, I'm fine. It's fine. Nothing serious is gonna happen. It's good.
I would say all of you, one way or another, have made it into the dining area and as Rich spent the points for it, the Red Roof Inn.
That's about right. I've lived in those. The description.
But as you are all maybe seated apart from each other, that pull once again fills you. And there's nobody else in this room except for you. You four. Technically five with Ron.
Which one of you are the whole of good dudes that keep ruining my day?
Huh? I'm sorry,
Yeah.
what?
Y'all don't feel that pull?
Oh, yes. The eyes in the forest told me something important was happening. That's this, right?
Oh, I thought that was the hangover. Nate,
You're on mute.
I thought that was breakfast waiting to, be eating. I'm hungry.
Oh, I have breakfast. Pulls out a handful of mushrooms and just plops them on the table.
Immediately turns around, holding up a finger, like, no, that's quite all right, thank you.
Are they poisonous?
Picks them up, looks them. Oh, hold on, wrong pocket.
Yeah.
Those are safe. Those are fine. You can eat those. Put them in some hot water. It gives you. It's like a coffee,
Yeah, fuck it. And he takes
Still
them
like,
and
nope.
He gets like 2 bites in. Were those the psychedelic? No. No, you're fine. You're fine.
I'll say as you bite into them, if mushrooms could expire, these are about a day or two old in terms of like good enough. Yeah, like good enough to like you can still consume, but not good enough where it's like tasty. Like I wouldn't put this on pizza, like level of I don't eat mushrooms on pizza. I don't eat mushrooms
Lame.
at all. I don't like the taste.
lame. It's delicious.
The texture fucks it up. That is the
Agreed.
number one.
Valid.
Oh my god.
Okay.
That's a very agreement.
I have a
And I think
Cast an agreement. I got you.
he's like, tastes like dirt.
Oh, you got the good ones then.
You're
Alright.
saying this, and I'm just like, no, I'm sorry, that's just not my type of palette. And I'm just looking for whoever is like, maybe I would already ordered
You
something,
see,
or if no one's there, I leave that up to you, obviously.
it's actually strangely quiet after the Yoski had gone off. Like all the clattering had stopped, and nothing has like came out. But as you all are looking around, the light in the room, it is still day out, but the light in the room goes dark. It is not dark enough that you still can't see, but like a shadow envelops the room. And you see, once again, much like the mirror, branches beginning to carve themselves around the room.
Oh, it's happening.
The fuck that's supposed to mean?
Yeah, what the
What?
hell is that supposed to mean?
What's supposed to mean?
You said it was
No,
happening.
none of that. You heard exactly what you said.
It's
I'm just
happening.
eating mushrooms.
You see
Oh, no.
several globules of green light begin dancing around the room, like very, very small, but just enough to give like illuminance to this room. A smell of nature, like if you're deep in a forest, envelops the room. And before you get to your senses to fully process it, a swirling of leaves begin coalescing on the countertop. Two arms made out of wooden branches envelop from it, and a set of green eyes form where a head would be in the opening in these leaves of a like jagged, thorny teeth. Looks out at each of you. Now, Nita, you know this is your patron. You've seen this happen. The last time they communicated with you was very similar to this. For the rest of you, it may have been a while since you've been in a proper forest. But it looks at you and you just hear... Welcome.
You got a breathing problem? You okay? We need to call a healer.
Leans forward and you just hear like the leaves rustling inside of it. You all, I welcome. I have sent my learner as a messenger.
Okay.
Was there a message? Because
A guide.
oh,
It's Tuesday, isn't it? Must be Tuesday.
what's a Tuesday?
Weird shit always happens on Tuesday for me.
What weird things are happening for you? This is
technically it's toil day.
That's what I'm going to say. That I'm
That's right.
retroactively
Every day has a proper name day.
Got this.
I got you. Don't worry.
Day.
Pathfinder Wiki has got our back. But
Toil.
they.
Does that mean the days before it was Bubble and Bubble?
No, the day before it was Moon Day, and the next day is Wheel Day. It's not wheel like WH, it's WEAL. But hey, at least Sunday like stays. You know, that's the one consistent day between the two. Either way, You hear like the leaves rubble as it begins moving in this unnatural pattern, as if wind was affecting it, even though you feel no wind being kicked up in this room. I sense something is happening. World
Pit.
changing. I have sent my learner to investigate this and have a feeling you are all connected somehow. For anybody who wants, you can go ahead and make a nature check to try to determine what
Gladly.
exactly this being is.
With my whole +1, let's fucking go.
I will say this
I don't
DC
know
is
how to use this character
incredibly
sheet.
high. Okay, so you are going to go to the open hand tab, and that's where nature will be listed. Technically, computers and piloting are also listed. Don't worry about those. That is Starfinder 2e stuff. But I have the module turned on purely out of me wanting to run Starfinder soon.
Valid.
That is a different game. Okay, 13 for Maureen. 5.
Oh,
13.
come on. I have a +10.
I will say I will be nice because it is my first time on HSC. Everybody gets 2 hero points that you can use for the stream tonight.
Hey. So we should start. Are we starting off with 2 or are we starting off with 3?
You're starting off with 2. None of you can really identify what this being is, except that it holds great power. It is clearly not connected to this region or here specifically, but has the ability to project itself and influence the world from wherever its domain actually is. That is as much information as all of you will get, because that, like I said, the DC was a little rigged, and I'm sorry for that. But this creature is extremely, you get the idea that it is extremely ancient, extremely powerful. So
I take.
Sorry, go ahead.
Vito looks like she fully understands. And it's like, yes.
I take my hand off of my shotgun because he was like, "I will shoot this thing," but now his no.
Yeah, you get to get the idea this thing could like blight you instantly into death, and then like use your corpse as like a moss zombie or something like that.
Hot.
I chose a fun one for their patron. But as it begins to move, you hear there is a coven of oracles not too far from here. To my pupil, guide them to Chieftain Yomer, the powerful great Cyclops. Make your way into the darkened mountains. Perhaps there you will each find the answer you're looking for.
Answer. I'm a bounty hunter. I don't do nothing for free.
Go ahead and make a will saving throw real quick.
Oh, fuck.
Y'all, yeah, I know what I just realized. This is the party of talls and smalls.
It really is.
Where's my
will saving throw will be all the way on the left, right underneath like the initiative thing. If you're on your first page, it's like right next to speed. It's in that little
okay.
bar.
I mean, I got a +9.
It's not
There's
bad.
a chance you won't critically fail this.
Yeah.
You have to roll an at 20 to do it. You say that, and in your mind, you instantly hear, Big Raga, I would not make such threats if I was you. You know the question. What is your dream? And you feel like if you could, it feels like your brain is being enveloped, like almost not to the point where it's like being crushed, but as if there was something in your skull, like almost grasping onto it, give you like the smallest of headache as this thing peers into your head.
All right, big guy, you make your point.
And as you say that, like it lets go.
Should have done the deal with the devils.
I would not make deals with devils. They're too much fun to kill.
That's true. They go. So we're not getting paid. Don't do any bad stuff on me. It's just a question.
However, I will leave a reward when you give me the answer I seek.
So you can't ask a question. We got to do it for you.
I have much other business to take care of.
Got it.
So
That's
we'll
what I'm
hear
here
from
for.
you later? Question
Yeah.
mark.
What's the reward? I like to know these things up front.
Question.
You
It's
hear
not
like
mushrooms, is it?
you just hear like a deep-seated laugh that if I did it, like it won't be picked up. But essentially, it's just this darkened laugh as the yeah, pretty much that as the leaves break and like the arms shatter into pieces, the light returns to the room and all the branches instantly decay and wither, and you are left there once again alone. The Yoski comes out with a few platters of breakfast and is like, "Oh hi, here you go." It gives you each some morning breakfast. So, what's your plans for today?
Well, apparently we got to go ask a question on behalf of a god.
A god?
Yeah.
That's so cool. Do you know which one?
I don't know which one. I'm gonna point at the little hack. Which one is yours? They didn't exactly say their name.
Yes.
That I caught.
She looks like she's not been paying attention for the last like 30 minutes. Like, yes. Mm-hmm.
Who's your boss, lady?
Who's your boss?
Oh, I'm a private contractor. I work for myself.
Who is
Okay.
currently pulling
Technically,
your
Ron
strings?
does my finances, so maybe Ron's the boss.
Who's pulling your little strings?
See
Puppet.
Ron like rolls onto the table and like it's like unfurls itself.
Oh my god. That is the cutest thing I have ever seen.
I do pretty much anything he wants, so I think Ron's the boss.
Ron, who's your boss?
It just looks at you.
I down my entire tankard in one gulp.
Smart.
Just like, oh, it's going to be one of those days, isn't it? Okay.
Well, I guess we should introduce ourselves. Hello, I'm Maureen.
Raga.
I
Is
thought I
Raga
knew
sitting?
you all.
You might know us, honey. I don't know you.
I've never worked with you in my life.
Yeah.
Raga, I think we might have worked together at one point. Don't remember
I
exactly.
think we were rivals. I think you took one of my contracts.
Oh, yeah. I think I bonked you in your knee and ran off with your goods.
Yeah. Yeah.
Had a good day.
You took 30 gold from me.
Is that it?
That's all I had on me.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a good amount of
That's fair.
gold. That's like, oh, hey, you robbed $300 off of me. Yeah, that's still a good chunk of change.
He had more, but he got his new teeth done, so like that's all he had left.
And you in the corner.
Maeve.
Me.
Maeve. I'm just looking at Raga because I'm like, you are one big dude, and I'm one tiny dude. Or like,
I was like, there's a lot of tiny people around here, apparently.
Like Raga's
Wait, did
still
you say
2
that to
feet
me?
taller than me.
wait, would Raga
Huh?
say that to me? Did Raga say that to me out of curiosity?
No, Raga's thinking
Oh,
that,
okay.
though.
That's
He's
a
like,
great rebuttal for you. That's why.
That is an internal monologue.
I would say then in that case, I'm sizing you up more than anything.
why do you look like you want to fight me, little one?
Oh, I don't want to fight you, but if I have to, I know how to take you out.
I think it might be the other F.
It'd be a good time.
So what are we doing? Looking at Nita.
Blank stare at like each of you for a minute. There's like a little spider runs out of her hair and down her face for a second. She's like,
Honey,
Me?
your
Yes.
God said you were the
my
guy.
boyfriend. Oh, well, he was talking about me that whole time.
Unless
see
he was talking about Ron.
Ron goes
Oh.
up to you, Nita, and like tries to get you to touch him real quick.
Oh, yeah.
As you touch him, Ron has the ability of touch telepathy, and so you get a like a message in your head. It's more like a feeling,
Okay.
but you get the feeling that you have to go north, and you gotta talk to the big chieftain, the Cyclops.
Cyclops. Saying all of this too, like, yes, the chieftain up north. Yeah, the Cyclops. Oh. We have to go up north to us.
Great.
Cyclops chieftain.
Yeah.
Talk to him.
Did
Kill
you
him.
did you get that
Talk
from
to
your
him.
little friend?
Maybe Ron is
Ron's
the
in
boss.
charge.
Yeah. Yes.
Also, real quick, thank you, Would-Be Heroes, for rating.
Hi,
Wow.
We're just playing some Pathfinder.
Just a little Pathfinder. We're gonna
But
get
yeah,
that.
Real quick, what kind of breakfast was it? Like, was it like,
Yeah.
It's
you know?
like breakfast
Yeah.
meat, like sausage bacon. It was like whatever they could find was on hand.
Hash browns. Please tell me there are hash browns. I've been craving
Oh my
hash
God.
browns
It's
for
not
like
great.
4 days.
It's not great hash browns, but like they're there.
So the Denny's hash browns got you.
Yeah, they're Denny's hash browns.
But those are so good. That's the problem.
They really are not.
Oh, I know, but that's why they're good.
They're great when
We're
you're
a
drunk.
Waffle
not
House
any other
hash brown
time.
house
thank
over
you,
here.
James. Thank you.
It's all about the Waffle House over here.
We all learned something for a second. That's how much apparently I'm.
You
a
find
easy
out
person,
who grew up
please.
on the
Yes,
on the
Denny's
East
is much
Coast.
better over
Denny's.
here. I have learned.
Yeah.
Denny's and Waffle House were not great in Texas, so I don't know what we were supposed to eat.
Waffle
IHOP.
Waffle House in
in West
Virginia is
Tennessee.
fire.
Shit.
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's no Waffle Houses near me until like
There are. They're none
way
in New
south.
England.
Yeah,
There's too
none in
much
New England.
money in your neck of the woods to have a Waffle House.
Yeah, we get Denny's. That's the better alternative.
Denny's was like the fancier place.
Is that the
here.
I was
For
like,
us,
that's
it
where
was
you go
like-
when you had a good
For me, it
paycheck.
was like IHOP and then maybe Denny's.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
don't
it's
forget
like
Friendly's.
Waffle House, Perkins.
Wow.
I hop somewhere in the middle because the IHOP here is great.
Don't forget Friendly's. Friendly's would be at the top.
You don't have.
See, the thing is,
Friendly's.
Friendly's shut down.
I-
So a lot of
I know,
like,
yeah,
the
Friendly's is
Friendly's
shut down.
location. Anyway, back to Pathfinder.
Anyways.
Getting distracted with hash browns.
I would have eaten the entire breakfast I was given.
Yeah.
I feel
you
like
see
there's a
Rago
couple of
reach-
times. Oh no, you go.
Go ahead.
I don't
No, you
touch the
probably
hash
did.
browns though. I pick at him with a fork. Just like no.
So Raga goes over to you, he's like, you gonna eat those?
Just puts them on your plate like all yours, cowboy.
Oh, thank you. And then he pulls out a little vial and he starts dripping this little vial on it, and you could smell the capsaicin off of this. It is
Raga,
spicy. Yes.
Raga, I will give you 30 gold right now if you let me have some of the hot sauce.
Oh, you know what? I like you. You know what? It takes a lot. It takes a lot of balls to come mess with me. So here you go. From
Oh,
one bounty hunter to another.
oh, we are gonna be best fucking friends. Ah! And just
Well, all this.
shaking.
Now, hey, careful now. That was made by my mama. My adopted mama. It's Dwarven spices with a little bit of gypsum in it, with a little bit of iron.
Right
with
at a
some
high
other-
helm.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it is,
Raga,
yes.
what does your mother want for her birthday? Because I will buy her birthday gifts for the rest of her life if I can have hot sauce.
I'm making this up as I go because I don't know Dwarven things, but like I don't know. Give me
High helm is on the other continent. Like it's so south. Like it'll take you a few months to get there, depending on how
if
you
we
go.
live through this, he's going back home. So this was a bad job to begin with. So he's like,
I just
he would
tag
be like,
along for hot sauce because I will do a lot of things for hot
That's
sauce.
the sequel. We didn't know we needed the quest of hot sauce.
The
The quest for
of hot
Sky? Nah, fuck that. The quest
The
for
quest for more
nonsense.
spice.
But anyways, yeah, you get the feeling that something north is where you need to be heading.
Kita's been just wait, no, not Kita. What the fuck's my name?
Nita.
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 Has been like
feel like that's
watching this whole time, like someone watches a movie eating popcorn, but it's just been like hands eating food, like ignores the forks fully, but like clearly, like from the time she picks up like some hash brown to put it in her mouth, it looks like it's like leftover old hash browns, like it is aged in the time she's just been like stuffing her face, like. So you're all going north with me, yes?
Yeah. Didn't
Also,
sound
I
like
would
we had a
appre-
choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your boy's a little
Pushy.
grabby.
Yeah. You gotta,
Some
and
spiders.
I think Maureen will just reach out and pick a spider off your face.
Oh, that's
Garnish.
Charles.
Oh, so I shouldn't eat
Charles.
Charles. I can't eat
I
Charles.
think
like squirming
Charles,
around.
Susan, Emmanuel, they all look the same, but I'm gonna assume that one's Charles. He seems a little feisty.
Put the nice lady spider back.
But I wanted a snack.
I'm not that attached. You could eat him if you want.
Oh,
God damn.
but now I know he has a name. I think he's just gonna live in my hat. Charles gonna go right up here.
You just feel like the spider like
You
crawling
stay on
top
that
of
hat,
your
or I'll squish you.
It stopped.
I immediately shiver.
Do
Well-
any of you have like a horse or a cart or a magic
James, I could have one.
flying machine?
A cart would be really the issue you would have with a cart is specifically when you get to the mountains themselves aren't well cut to where it's like passable. It's passable on foot, but a horse or carriage might have more difficulty getting through some of the more difficult regions of it. Because you're supposed to be going. I actually, if you want, if anybody wants, you can go ahead and give me a society check for the mountains that you're going. You're going to the darkened mountains.
How do I have a plus 11 in society?
Because welcome to Pathfinder math. If you're trained in it,
I'm
you're
watching.
pretty good at it.
things.
Hey,
I'm a
would
little
my
wild.
you're an
terrain
intelligence
stalker
based
thing
class.
help? I don't
What-
think I picked.
Terrain stalker is more of allowing you to be well, like, in a specific terrain. You'd need terrain expertise to be more
Yeah.
of like this is
Y'all,
where I'm good at.
I'm gonna
rolled
need
a
all of us to
9.
consistently
more of
roll
like
above
you-
a 14.
Rolled a
Okay.
9.
Nita is all right. Hold on. Let's just be clear. Maeve, Maureen, Man, mountains sure are dangerous, and you don't know
Yeah, they
what could
are.
possibly be in them.
I don't climb mountains. I live a nice,
Like-
noble life.
I will say for
I'm from
Big
the
Raga and Nita, Raga, you get a little bit less information. Nita's the one who technically really succeeded, but I would say you're close enough. You would know that the Darkened Mountains were formed when Nidal was begging for assistance from Zon Kuthon, and so he rose the mountains up themselves. Zon Kuthon, by the way, is the god of pain in Pathfinder, and is the technical brother of Shaylin. But we don't have to worry about that. I will say, Nita, you're the one who clocks the most information about this. The Darkened Mountains, where you have to go find this Coven of Oracles, is up at the highest peak of it. You know that there's no snow, and the environment is strangely calm for being high up in mountains. You get the like a remembrance, almost like visions in your head of these jagged peaks, as if somebody took a spiked chain, embedded it into the earth, and from the points rose mountains. And you know the Cyclops live on the top highest peak of it. So you know a cart or horses would have a heart. Not impossible, but definitely I'd have you guys rolling checks to see if like the cart break. We turn this into Pathfinder into Oregon Trail. Like
Yeah.
one
us
of you
dies
will
of
make fortitude
dysentery.
saving throws or dies of dysentery, and then I have to
There you go.
rebalance all the encounters.
So then I think she asked that question, then stares blankly at everyone who doesn't answer for a solid like 30 seconds and goes, good, they wouldn't be good for that. We have to go on foot.
Well, y'all are tiny enough. I'm pretty sure we can carry you.
Do you really want to get into the encumbrance rules of that? Because I'll pull up the
I
table.
was joking.
I know, I'm
Jim.
kidding.
The visual
I was gonna say,
of
Raga looks
tall
at
and
looks
small.
like
I would have stared at you like, I'm quite nimble on my feet, thank you.
I would like to be carried.
All three bulk of you.
no, ma'am. I'll take tiny steps.
One of these days, a strong man will agree to carry me. Anyway,
I
are we going
I-
today?
I mean, yeah, I would like to get the hell out of this hellhole.
And as we're walking out, I'm gonna be like, you know, Nita, I feel like Ron's carrying you enough as is.
Just Ron, like curled up on your shoulder.
It's like, yes.
As you all leave the Red Roof Inn, which was not the name I had for it originally, but now it is because it's amazing.
Chat has
I prefer
spoken.
that name. Chat has spoken, and as the GM, I must answer. As you all step out, it is about, I would say, 70 degrees Fahrenheit, about, so we're not really having to worry about like environmental effects or whatnot. The hi dog.
Excuse me, coming through.
Pretty much.
I wasn't
She goes
talking
where
to
she
you.
wishes. You see the sun is behind a rather large stormy cloud. So it is not too bright outside either. I will say, everybody who wants, go ahead and make a survival check to make sure that we're going in the right direction, as I will get my dog to lay down.
Where do we see the rolls at?
In the chat.
There it
Yeah,
is.
in the chat feature.
Yeah, Foundry once again hates me today.
Wow.
Same.
Look, I'm just gonna keep
Maureen,
changing my
the
dice
only
until
one.
it until
Actually, me
it
too. I've been
rolls up
doing
above
that.
a 10.
Okay. I will say Maureen is the closest in terms of getting you on the right path. You're definitely going north. The
Ooh.
benefit is it's not
Wrong
too
way.
hard to find the mountains themselves. They're very, very large. They're very common.
Big
will
one
say-
that way.
It takes a little bit to get you going, but you enter the blighted forest, and while there are still leaves on the trees themselves are twisted. And the leaves, instead of like the bright green, are actually more of a darkened gray. But a path is set before you. And so,
Hi, Holly.
hi, Holly. I will go ahead and transition us into the map.
Are we gonna get a not game pause now?
Oh, no, not yet. I still need everybody to move their way over here. You all begin, I would say, about an hour into the journey. A single Colo steps out in front of you. Now, Colo, for those who are unfamiliar, would formerly be known as gnolls in other systems, but unfortunately, due to a thing called the OGL crisis, they had to get renamed into their canonical Pathfinder names, which are Colo. So this hyena-looking humanoid steps out in front of you, and you hear, "Hi, hi, I got in a little bit of a pickle. You see, my cart's broken down, and I could really do with some help. Are any of you craftsmen or, good with
Yes.
tools?
Yes.
You are.
I'm sure someone is.
So, are we really supposed to believe you?
Go ahead and make a perception check, and then we're going to do a sense motive. Because I am not nice.
Oh,
At one, this guy has never told more of a truth in your life. He seems like he's in desperate need of help.
Where's perception at? Is it
Perception
It
is
is-
Left-hand
right.
side.
It is right underneath your armor class.
Can I also roll? Actually, wait.
Yeah, all of you can. We're gonna do the group sense motive.
it's a little
Why?
like D20 next to the eyeball under your armor class.
Mm-hmm. 15.
Under the.
Why are we
Yeah.
sucking today?
Foundry loves
Foundry
us. That's
Graga.
all.
fucking
You must
hates
accept the
us.
Foundry for what it is. It is Foundry.
Hey! Nothing's gonna beat the stream. We're at 13 nat ones.
Yeah, but we had 13 nat ones.
So you might roll like crap. At least it's not a nat one.
You know?
Mine isn't rolling.
Except for
Here,
Maureen.
Let me.
I think you might be hitting initiative. It's the one
Yeah.
right above it.
Okay. I just closed on my thing because popping it out was very confusing. I see. No, yeah.
Yeah, and
Perception.
sometimes if it's popped out, sometimes the rolls won't
Yeah, if it's
populate
popped
it.
out, it's really dumb.
Yeah, I think
don't
that's
use-
what it was because I was.
I thought I
hitting
turned off
perception.
pop out. I thought I turned that off. My bad.
Yeah, and if you're rolling for spells,
Well.
don't pop it out because they will not
Oh.
populate.
No.
Chuck it, no.
Okay, you see in terms of everybody believes he's telling pretty much a truth, except for Maeve, actually.
Hmm.
You've seen enough lies in your time to know when somebody's bluffing. I'm actually having you make a separate perception check. Just for me. Just to see what happens.
$28.
Damn.
Oh. Okay,
Damn.
I'm gonna clue you in. You see up in a tree, a Strix with a bow already cocked back with an arrow. A Strix, by the way, and I will put art in front of everybody. Hey, Tay, could you do me a favor and transition us to the battle map scene real quick?
You're muted.
I say, yeah, I was getting it set up, but it's all black on my view. Is that supposed to be?
That's because I have
like
to
that?
turn on token view. Yeah, hold on.
Yeah,
one
so I was
second.
waiting until I could ask. I didn't want to interrupt.
There you go. You should be seeing it now.
Okay, now I see. Now I see things. Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Okay. You see a Strix, which is a human with like bird feet, and a pair of large eagle wings. They typically have like a bluish hue of a skin. I would say like narratively close to an Aarakocra, if you're familiar with other settings, but a lot more humanoid. And I will say hiding behind a bush, because you rolled so well, is a gaunt individual with this long black hair. Oh, why aren't you seeing a map? That is so weird.
I see him right there.
Yeah.
just a
No,
white
on
screen.
stream.
Oh.
I also, as
ask you
Taylor,
to-
only see white screen.
Can you reload
Oh.
for me? Hold on, I might activate. Hold on, we're gonna live fix this.
Fuck it, we're doing it live.
Fuck it, we're doing it live.
I thought we were just going
Was
like
that a
old
fucking
school
vampire?
tabletop game
I didn't-
where it was like
I
plain
wish.
background and just a grid.
I mean, I wish I would give it.
Is that a goddamn vampire? Because I didn't pack
Oh, nice,
anything
nice.
radiant.
Okay, hopefully stream will
Stream
catch up.
can't see though.
It should. It's just on the delay,
It'll-
but it will.
It's fine. They'll get it in a meantime.
Oh, there it goes.
But yeah, there is a gaunt individual holding a like black twisted staff, with like this long dark hair, and I'll say you can clock that, while everybody else just sees the individual Colo. And he's just like, yeah, I really need help. He's this cart's broken down, and I don't know what to do.
You should probably fix it. That's usually what I think you're supposed to do to broken down things.
Ain't none of us can help you.
I take the long look up at Big Raga, like the very long look up, and I kind of like. It's funny because you're basically twice my height. I nudge you to almost be like I want to say something, but I can't like whisper it to you because you're so high up.
I mean, I look down and I'll be like,
No.
"Sup?"
Don't help them.
I mean, I wasn't planning
There's
on
two
to, but
things off in the distance. Someone has something pointed at us.
where at? And I'll look at your
I would-
eyes.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I don't point with my hands. I just point in a direction, like facially.
Okay. When she does that, do I track the? I almost said Aarakocra, but the Birdman,
Strix.
Harvey Birdman.
Districts.
Go ahead and give me another perception check because they're still trying to hide.
Now, Foundry. Be good.
Two.
No!
Or be worse!
You don't see anybody besides this Colo.
Foundry and I are gonna fucking fight.
Yeah, we about to fight. I got a +9!
You rolled the 2. How do
I know! I was like, listen, homie, we're kind of on the mission from gods. I don't got time to fix your goddamn cart. Could I? Yes. Do you got 45 gold on you?
I got 10 gold on me at best.
Let me see the money.
No? How do I know y'all could just rob me?
How do we know you ain't gonna rob us?
But if I wanted to rob you, I would have shot you by now.
You got a gun?
He's got
No,
a
I got
gun bigger than you.
I was like, he sees like, you don't see the giant thing on my back.
That's so impressive. Those are so rare around here.
Okay, now see that right there. That's a problem. So I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna do. You're gonna let me and my posse pass, if you got a little home crew around here, because I've been in this situation before, you see some nice shit and you want it. So I would like to keep going, and I would rather not get blood on my boots. Or I can make. I was like,
Sorry,
or
keep
I
going,
can
keep
make you
going.
bite. I was like, or I can make you bite the dirt, bite the rock. Makes no difference to me.
Intimidation check, as this could go. If you
Can I-
roll
can I get a-
well, I will say I'm lowering the DC already.
Okay.
If you roll well, that is when I think combat's gonna start. As
Can
I
I
think
assist?
I'll allow an assistance. How are you gonna assist?
Because I just want to tap my staff and have a little fire sparks come off the end of the staff on the ground.
All right, make an Arcana check, and that will determine the level of success to 8.
He just got
you have
distracted and is playing with the dead leaves on the ground.
22. I rolled under a
22.
10 again, but I got a plus.
That's a
13.
+1. That is a +1 to your attempt, Big Raga, to intimidate.
Awesome.
So go ahead and roll. I will add the +1 for you.
Oh, thank you. Is that a 5 or a 13? I don't know.
That is a 13 in total. You rolled a 5.
Oh!
Oh, would it be a +1 more to make it a 14? Because I don't think
It is
picks up
14
my-
in total.
Look, this is just the universe balancing out your amazing vampire werewolf rolls from last week. It's like, no,
Well,
you deserve shit rolls now.
I
Look,
see
we
what
as-
want the
Raga's
shit
as-
rolls
doing.
now, not in combat. Okay.
As the-
Actually, can I interject
Yeah.
with
go
that?
ahead.
I would see what Raga's trying to do, and then I just step forward, pull out my rapier. I'm saying, "You two out there, come forward now. I don't want any trouble. Let us pass."
I'm gonna say that is when initiative rolls as an arrow flies past your head. And I need everyone here to roll initiative. Now you can use perception if you want. I will say the exceptions I'm willing to make in terms of that is a Marine. You can use Arcana because you did the staff. Use your staff. Maeve, you can use diplomacy, and Big Raga, you can use intimidation
Oh,
for your initiative.
yeah.
What is this?
Fuck.
Okay, I'm doing normal.
So,
So when you go
initiative
to
in
the-
Pathfinder. Okay, so I'll explain this. Initiative in Pathfinder does not have an initiative. Like, there's no initiative stat. Typically, you use perception. However, in certain circumstances, I swear to God, if you snore any louder, I'm gonna love you. You can use different skills in terms of using your instead of perception. So if you go to your character sheet, right underneath your perception, it should say initiative, and then a little box. You can click that box and use that skill for your initiative. I'm gonna go ahead and
what
roll.
about nature?
I'll allow nature because you were distracted.
I was actively only looking at the nature.
James, I rolled a 32.
Holy shit!
Damn.
I rolled a 28.
Get fucked. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, I'm wrong. I rolled a 29, which is nice.
we're gonna begin
Which is beautiful.
combat. Pathfinder has 3 actions,
Okay.
folks. We all start with 3. Moraine, you are up 3.
Okay, so the deal with Magus is I've never played a Magus before. I'm playing this class purely because you ranted to me about it for like 2 hours one night.
You played
Um,
Pathfinder before?
class.
I've played a lot of Pathfinder.
It's not a magus.
But
Mm-hmm.
so the spell strike, does a spell strike count as 2 actions? And
It is
in
2
my-
actions.
okay,
It's
but
2
it's
of your
using
3.
the 2 actions of the spell.
It's using the
Okay.
you use 2 actions. You can cast a 1 to 2 action spell, and then immediately make a strike as part of that. Your strike determines the level of success the spell has.
But I have to physically hit them.
Yes, you have to physically hit them because you are not a Starlit Span Magus, so you cannot shoot with bows and arrows and
I
whatnot.
knew I should have taken that, but I wanted to whack people in the face.
You can use
What
an
is
action
my-
to stride.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to, but
If
it's not
you-
gonna get me within whacking distance is the thing. That's okay. I have
Um,
other spells I can use.
You could still what you could do instead is because I know it's your first time playing Magus, is cast a spell and then enter Arcane Cascade stance to get it done in your first round, and that way it'll apply to Spell Strike in the rest of your turns.
That's
Because you get a
exactly
certain
what I was
benefit
thinking
when it
about.
happens when you hit Arcane Cascade. Like if you want, I can
Um,
tell you what that is.
Yes, please.
While you wield the staff in one hand, the staff adjusts in shape and weight, gaining the agile trait, increasing both the damage size to 1d6. While you wield the staff in both hands, it lengthens and twists, reshapes, gaining the parry, reach, and trip traits. While you're in Arcane Cascade stance, you can interact or release to change your grip on a weapon as a free action when you strike with your staff. When you strike's made with Spell Strike. This happens before you roll. So basically, while you're in Arcane Cascade, normally it's an action to put a hand onto a weapon. You can just do it for free as part of it. So if you want to like use Spell Strike, one action bonk, and then an action to draw a potion, you can do that. And then
So,
Arcade Cascade gives you additional damage.
Okay, so I have Terrain Stalker in the underbrush. I would call this underbrush.
This is
right?
underbrush.
That's for stealth checks and stuff. I don't think that's gonna help me.
If you're going to try to hide, I will allow Terrain Stalker to kick in.
Yeah, I thought I had a thing that would allow me to. Is it Warp Step? Might be Warp Step.
Warp Step allows you to like
zip
run really
around.
fast. Yeah, but you do not have it prepared right now.
Yeah, I do. No, I don't. You're right.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. It's a cantrip.
It is a cantrip, but you didn't prepare that cantrip today. You prepared Livewire, Tangle Vine, Phase Bolt, Ignition, and Needle Dart.
Scroll down.
Fuck. Go ahead and work.
I took it off my goddamn cantrip list because I knew I could get it as a feat.
You did. Yeah, go ahead. You get a 5 foot. If you want, you can go ahead and use 2 actions to get to do that.
Yeah, because that'll get me an extra
5 foot status bonus to your speed.
Yeah, so that'll get me to what, 35?
You stride twice as part of it, so you basically get anywhere onto the map.
I'm gonna go stand next to the bird.
All right, go ahead and cast the spell and send it to chat so we can apply the effect.
Yeah. I would like to stand right here next to the bird.
Okay.
Harvey Birdman. Gender neutral. Game is paused. I cannot move.
No, stop.
Thank you.
All right. You warp step your way over there and use your last action to Arcane Cascade.
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
I'm gonna get up in the bird's face and just go, hi.
You slam your staff down and feel a rush. You all see like a blur as Maureen is moving with like a hyper speed to them, and just as it pulls up, Strix has already started to pull back another arrow, getting ready to fire. That does bring us to Maeve.
I'm looking at the spells you talked me with, James. You got the vibe. You got the vibe so right.
I'm so good.
James is good at the vibe.
Inside ropes, I can't wait. Make me climb something.
You have to pull your guts out to do it. But
I know, it's so cool.
I almost took that spell. It's such a good spell.
Okay, Maeve, you do not have just like you do not have panache yet. But you can continue with your turn as normal.
You're also muted, I think. I just want to do this. Moved up 25 feet, so that's my first action. And then because I'm looking at it and I'm assuming it's 2 actions, but please correct me on that because I'm reading the symbol. Bon mot.
Bon mot's 1 action.
One action. Hey.
You can just 1 action, hurl an insult.
I want to hurl an insult.
It's got 1 diamond next to it.
At the guy to my right. And just say, did you really think that was going to work? That was the most pathetic thing I have ever seen.
Fuck yes. Go ahead and make a diplomacy check for me. Determine how well. I'm going to throw Bon mot into the little chat in for it so I can just get the
30.
30. Oh God. Okay. So Pathfinder, we have this thing called 10 over, 10 under system. If you are 10 over a DC, you critically succeed. If you're 10 under, you critically fail. The DC was 17. That is a critical success. You have insulted this man brutally. So just for those who aren't familiar, because I like always explaining Pathfinder mechanics, because sometimes they're really fun. You critically succeed. The target is distracted and takes a -3 status penalty to perception and will save for 1 minute. and cannot turn that off. Oh wait, no, they can still use a single action to retort. That being said, you do have panache. I'm gonna go ahead and give you the effect of panache. As it has the bravado trait, which is new to the Pathfinder remaster.
Oh, you're gonna make me stay a swashbuckler now. I was getting ready to change to gunslinger.
Just trust me, PC2 was chef's kiss of a book. That being said, you have one action left. It was one action to stride, one action to bon mot, and you already had your weapon out. So strike, do a finisher.
Out of curiosity, am I targeting that thing on your end? Because I pressed the button.
No, if you hover and you hit T, that'll do it. Or I think double right click might not work for me because I'm a GM.
Yeah, I clicked T. We'll figure it out. Worst case. I'm going to strike it with their rapier.
That hits by 1.
Nice.
Go ahead and so this is just a normal strike. This is not a finisher, right? Just making sure.
Nope, just normal.
Okay, go ahead and roll some damage. That is 9 points of damage, an extra 3 from precise strike because you have your finisher. Not finisher. Precise strikes right now. Okay. That is going to end your turn. Ooh, I clicked the wrong button. I meant to do that. Okay, Maureen, you are a little too close for my comfort. We're gonna open with a shot, just as like a close range shot right into you. I don't think you have reactive strike yet. That is going to be a critical miss, a nat 1. They are so intimidated by it that you spin your staff as the arrow flies to you, and it like flies back. They are going to use an action to fly back about 20 feet, and are gonna. I'm gonna say they also go about 5 feet extra into the air. Come on, give me.
And I don't have an attack of opportunity either.
You do not a fighter. And they're gonna hit you with another short bow. Another critical miss? Are you kidding me? Oh, see, bad rolls go both ways. That's gonna end their turn.
James, get fucked.
That means you love me. Nita, you're up.
Oh boy, I definitely know what I'm doing in this game.
Do you want help?
All right. I'm going to, I think, move forward and then probably. Okay. I'd say I can do 25, so I can go there. Gotta get in the bushes a little. Get a good eye on everybody.
Also, you get the benefits of lesser cover just due to your height and stature. So that's a +1 bonus to your AC and reflex saving throws.
Ooh, love that for me, intentionally. Okay, with my spells and such, are the ones that I see like what is prepared and what
is prepared and what you can use.
Beautiful.
I will say Scrounger's Glee is the one that kicks off your familiar abilities.
Ooh.
If we want, we could do the Ron is always traveling with you on your shoulder.
Yeah, that makes it easy.
But I have them here just in case we have to like calculate abilities and whatnot.
Yeah. We're still a little far from everybody, so I think I'm just gonna not do too terribly much with him yet, right? Like I wouldn't be able to do anything with him.
So if you use Scoundrel's Glee, you could use it on the Colo, who's right in front of you. That's within 20 feet, and you have 30 feet on that to potentially make him frightened.
Oh yeah, let's scare him. He can't be intimidated. Can he be scared?
He could definitely try to be scared. Okay, so go ahead and click cast for me. Okay. That'll send it in, and that means I have to make a DC 21 will saving throw.
Woo!
And remember, here's where the synergy kicks in. Nate's critical success on Bon Mo means -3 to will saving throws. He has a -3 to this check. Woo! He only has a +4 to roll. Nat fucking 1 into it.
Oops,
as a critical failure. Frightened to immediately And remember, as a reaction, when you can dismiss a spell when an ally critically succeeds a strike against the Colo, you
Oh,
can cancel it and heal 2d4 hit points to the ally. And
Ooh,
on
love
top of that, I don't think any creature is below half hit points yet. So your familiar wouldn't kick on just yet. But that being said, Frightened 2 for 1 action is very mean. Also, this condition cannot be reduced below 1 while the spell is active and the target can hear you. So as long as he stays within earshot, that is going to be an additional -2 on all of its stats. Holy fuck. And you still have 1 action left. If you want
I
to
love it.
fight, that's 1 action.
Yeah, I'm just hearing the bushes. My eyes are glowing green now too, and I'm just whispering full gibberish. None of it makes sense, but it sounds spooky at this guy. And yeah, let's hide. Let's hide.
Okay, you're gonna
I'm
use an
just a
action
little
to take
guy.
cover.
Right.
By doing that, you're going to get the benefits of standard cover, which grants you a +2 bonus to your AC and a +2 bonus to reflex saving throws. That is the end of your turn. What a great opening by you. That's gonna bring us to the Dampier Wizard, and we have a magic caster right in front of it. Yeah, Dampier. We're gonna cast Grim Tendril.
No,
So
no,
that
no,
is-
you're not. I hate that spell.
I love that spell.
I
'Cause
use that
this is
spell a
right
lot with
in
my
it.
bard.
It's either gonna be you or Nate, so it's gonna be you. Yeah, let's do a caster v caster. I'm gonna go ahead and cast that real quick. Go ahead and make a DC 18 Fortitude saving throw. As like black eldritch tentacles wreathe up from the ground. 27 success. So you're gonna take half damage from this. That is gonna be 4 points of damage to you. And 1 bleed damage on it.
I don't think you take bleed on a success.
No, because your success, no persistent bleed damage. All right, half of the void damage. They have 1 action left. Please say, for the love of God, they have shield.
By the way, guys, if you take damage, just click the damage button in chat, and it'll automatically apply any statuses to you and everything.
I love Foundry for that so much.
You cast shield.
I cast shield. Like a spectral blue shield hovers in front of them. That brings us to Big Raga, the Op Stopper. Sorry, I gotta do the whole name.
He sees everybody, right? He's just been chilling. He's like, I wasn't planning on getting dirty today. And he looks at the knoll. I have Into the Fray. So,
hell yes, you do.
Basically, he's got his knuckle dusters on, and he is going, and he tips up his hat, and he smiles, and if there's any light, they glisten as he just takes these big strides, moving way faster than anything that size should.
There's a free action, yes,
I love that. He's gonna go right to that knoll, and he's just gonna.
Could I make one recommendation? I suggest using your first action to get to right here. So that means you have 2 actions left. They are off guard. They are frightened too. This has never been a bigger setup for you. This is effectively a -4 to AC if you stand there.
Right here?
Yep, just stay right there and start hover over them. Hit T. If not, I'll just automatically do it for you. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm target.
Yep, go ahead and start making attack rolls if you want.
Oh yeah, that's what we're here for.
I have not played with the Way of the Drifter Gunslinger in so long because everybody always goes sniper for me, and I'm so fucking here for it.
I think Doreen was a sniper too.
Doreen was a sniper. That is a critical hit by +17. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
What you guys hear is this, it just as these black powders fire off.
Yes. Go ahead and click.
There's just the tiniest little like out of the bush.
I don't know why.
Wow.
What did I do wrong?
Oh no, it didn't. It rolled for its crit specialization and it failed. So it's also now stunned 1. You rolled 19
It's
points
so
of damage as you just hurl the knuckle duster into it, and you hear an explosion happen as like black powder like fires off from your knuckles, and you just hear like a yip as just blood and cloth go flying over. Maureen, you see this just happen and next to you. I swear to God, this guy is, for the record, frightened 2, stunned 1, which means it has one less action on its next turn. It is off guard. It takes a -3 status penalty to perception and will saving throws. This guy ain't having a day.
No.
We are straight
This poor little
JJK in this
Polo.
motherfucker.
That being said, you have 1 action left. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna punch him again because I got 2 of them.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's see it. That hits.
Oh my god.
Is
it just a regular hit?
Yes.
I don't know if it's factoring in the off guard, but I'm gonna say
It's not.
It doesn't look like it is. That is a critical hit by
That is another
10
crit.
on the dot. Go ahead and roll critical damage for me, as this guy is about to get blown into smithereens before he can even take his
punch
first
his
turn.
head off. You are literally gonna punch his head off.
God damn. That is another 19 points of damage. This guy was at 1 hit point for 19 points of damage. As you run up the first... Yeah, no, you describe. Go ahead.
So you see him come in with the right. Now he comes with the left. Hits, and you hear this another cacophony as his back is blown out, and there's a hole where his fist is, and he's like,
it's like a Mortal Kombat fatality as like blood and guts shoot behind. It just this loud ringing in the forest as 2 like almost mini explosions go off.
New meaning to
I'm
blowing your
standing
back out.
I'm standing near that, probably just like.
Yeah, you're covered in
Did
blood.
any of that blood splat on me?
A little bit. There's also a little bit of ash and like soot from where the explosions.
Yeah, you just see me for no reason. Wrong, you're like impressive, but also
he pulls his knuckles up as he has a half-lit cigar, and he's just like, "Oh, my bad. We'll give you all another chance. Let us pass."
As you say that,
love that.
mold appears from the shrubbery and is going to make an attack against Maeve as a pseudopod attack.
Oh my
We
god,
don't like
that thing's
pseudopods.
huge. Why is it
That
so
is
big?
going to hit because it's a bunch of mold. That's going to hit
Ooh.
for 23 points of damage. Sorry, that is 23 to hit, 7 points of damage. And
Okay.
I need you to make a DC 18 fortitude saving throw for me.
Oh wait, it's right there. I always forget you can just click it on.
It's always in chat.
20.
Success. Okay, you're unaffected for this first strike. It is going to then go for a second one. It's just going to use its whole turn to wail on you, essentially.
That's fine.
For 10 points of damage. And I need you to once again make me that DC 18 fortitude saving throw.
Critical.
Critical success. All right, and this last strike with a -2 is going to miss. Okay. But they are officially on the board. And that brings us to the start of round 2.
I'm sorry.
Maureen.
I was really focusing on reading my spells, my abilities, because I don't know what I'm doing. And then I turned around and there's a glob monster. What is this?
This
It
is
came
a
out of the
slime
bush.
mold, a bush of like glooping slime made out of fungus
Wait.
and forestry.
Mhm.
He's perfect.
Would that be a
Don't
friend
you
for Nita,
dare
though?
hurt- Yeah.
I was about to
I
say,
want to be his friend.
Nita's new pit.
Listen, I will allow nature checks to try to make diplomacy talks with it. That being said, we're at the beginning of
Ron, we
round
have
2.
conversations to be had.
Maureen,
hard
you
eyes
have
for you.
Maureen. Just a reminder, you have reach with your staff right now.
Yeah, I
You're
do.
two-handing
Yeah, I
it,
do.
and you got a perfect target ready to go to bat.
Mm-hmm. Swing. Woo! Because I can spell strike, and I'm gonna take a little swing, and I think I'm gonna hit this little bitch with a phase bolt.
Ooh, okay. Go ahead, make a strike for me.
Oh, I gotta hover and press T with you because you took off my double click.
I got to figure out how to turn that back on.
That's
My
okay.
bad.
All right, so I don't get any circumstance bonuses to this.
No,
So it's
this
just
is just a
straight
straight roll.
11.
You could try to feint in front of it. Holy, that's a fucking critical hit.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, go ahead. In order, roll damage for your weapon,
Mm-hmm.
and then roll damage for phase bolt.
Hold on, I gotta click back and forth because these things are not on the same page.
They are not.
Damage. Where's the weapon damage? Where is that?
It is right on the mentalist staff. It's like right after map -10 is critical. It should say damage then critical damage. If you're on the main action page where it says mentalist staff, and then all the way to the right on that first line.
There it is. Okay.
Because we got to roll, like, we got to factor all this together first.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I have a
that's
feeling
14.
that's 14 points of damage on
to start.
On the start. And then go ahead and to phase bolt, I believe you could just click roll damage right underneath the attack, which is 5d4 piercing damage, which will get doubled for goddamn 32 points of damage. So welcome to Magus. It is this big, powerful fucking
46 points.
That is 46 points of damage.
So
this
I
guy
literally
had
just like
this guy had 22 hit points.
Yeah.
So as you
I also knock his head off.
As you imbue the staff with this force energy, you slam it down. It's like the staff like supernaturally extends itself and it hits him like clean in the neck. And it's like an explosion out of the boys. Just a head pop right off as just so much force hits it at once. I will go ahead and click all the damage just to make it seem even cooler.
High entropy.
Yo, did Entry of the Emporium raid us? Let's fucking go.
What's
Hi, Entropy. Woo! We're playing Pathfinder. And two of my guys just
and I reckon
heavy
critical James's shit already.
Yeah.
I love it. Go ahead. All right, you have one action left after the spell strike.
I do.
Do with that as you wish.
I forgot to free action activate my mentalist staff.
Your mentalist staff activates when you cast a spell, so you can cast Daze, Mind Link, or Phantom Pain.
Oh, okay. Oh, hold on. Daze is a one action, isn't it?
Daze is 2 actions. Spinning staff is a 1 action, but that would be probably best on your next turn. Shield's 1 action.
I would have. Yeah, I don't like little shooty bird man in the trees. I'm gonna shield.
All right, go ahead and cast shield. All right, Maeve, you have Panache. Your turn.
Activating extravagant parry.
Yes. Okay.
And
take that bonus to AC.
Yeah, because I only have one. I'm like one hand is wielding a weapon, the other is free. That's +2 to AC, which is great.
It is.
It is. And then for some reason, Panache is not on my character sheet. So
it's automatically applied to you.
Thank you. That's all I need to know then. So never mind.
I have a turn on, turn off ability for you. So it just, I know when it turns on and off.
And then in that case, strike the big thing next to me because it's creeping me out.
Is that strike a normal
strike? Is there
a
question? Is there a way to take it off guard, even though it's a giant, massive mold?
I will say you can use an action to recall knowledge and try to figure out what is it.
Actually, I will do that.
Go ahead and make a nature or occultism check, or I will let you argue for a different one with a higher DC.
They are both the same.
If you want to use a different skill, I will allow society at a higher DC.
Okay. I have society. Oh, a higher DC. No, I'll just go with nature. It's fine.
Go ahead and roll nature. 7.
7.
This thing for sure is like not intelligent. It is just it has no brain. So the only way to make it off guard would be literally to have an ally flank it. So you can delay your turn.
I was like, am I technically in flanking position if
You're not with them?
around? Okay.
No.
In that case,
You have one action left. There's one action dueling parry.
Strike with my weapon.
Are you using confident finisher or is this?
Oh, thank you. Just a regular.
Just a regular strike that hits. Go
Yeah,
ahead and
actually,
roll
unless you
damage.
think that's a better idea.
I think it depends on how you want to play it. That's all it is. I will say that is mostly up to you. Confident finisher has the risk of just not rolling the greatest damage, or it can roll really good damage. There are ways of getting your Swashbuckler's an on-off mechanic with panache. You should get panache, finisher, try to get panache back, and there are plenty of ways we can get panache back to you.
Doing acrobatics around is how I usually.
Through.
Yeah.
Yep. Use performance.
Yeah. I'll
Insult
just do a regular
districts.
damage.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah. Wait, wrong thing. There we go.
Okay, that is 5 points of damage. It looks like the precision of your precise strike was not as effective as you might have thought it would be. Maybe gleaning that this thing's immune to precision damage because it has no vital organs because it's mold.
Well, I should get away from that.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, Strix
I'm
is
no help
up.
with that.
Can I use Strix Vengeance? Till the start of their next turn, the kinmate gains a plus 1d6 status bonus to damage rolls made against a triggering enemy. Well, you killed my friend with a spell
knocked
strike.
his head clean off.
So I feel like I have to go immediately shoot you with a short bow. That's gonna miss. That's gonna fucking critically miss only because of your shield. They're gonna use
James,
one
you hit me once for 4 damage. 4.
Hey, I had a plus 1d6 for a second. I was taking it. Yeah, and then they're gonna fly as their last action to get up into the coverage of the trees. That being said, Nita, your turn is up.
All right. I've been thinking, what's Nita gonna do with this beautiful little fungus, slimy bacteria buddy over here? He's beautiful. So what does she do? She immediately ruins the fact that she has cover and jumps out of the bushes and screams, "Don't hurt him!" And then
you say that as Maeve is stabbing it with a rapier,
and then I realize it doesn't work. Like, what?
Hey, it still hits. It still hits. It's not as effective as you thought it would. It still took 12 damage.
And I'm gonna like dig in my pockets, grab this. I'm just getting some natural material in my hands, and I'll use my action to go up to. Oh nope, that's it says it's gonna be so stupid. Go up to him, me and Ron, and I'm just try to like when you see like a little like street dog, and you're like, oh hi buddy, I have food, be my friend. That's kind of what's happening currently.
Go ahead. I'm saying this only because you're you, and this is your character. Make a diplomacy check.
Oh
Even
God!
though this is mindless, and that typically requires a feat. I think for the sake of the narrative, this could work.
I'm gonna get something.
Hey James, are there 2
I was
Rons
really
in the
hoping
field?
for nature.
It only. There might be.
That's funny.
Okay. Natural
We now have a pet slime thing. Let's go.
What do you say to it specifically to influence it?
Yeah. I think.
I need you to role play this nat 20 out.
Yeah. I'm just like scuttling over. I've got some like goop and goo and leaves and stuff, and I just like stick my hands out for its goopiness to take it. I'm just like, look, you saw what happened to that guy over there. It's not very natural. These people. Look, I'm stuck with them. It doesn't mean you gotta touch them. All right, but just one mano y mano here. Nature lover to nature here. Go on, live your full life as your little goopy. Become big. Have little goopy children. Go on out. I hear if you head on over to the other side of the mountain, there's a really nice bog, and honestly, I think you'd like it.
As you say that, the mold like envelops your hand and like eats away at it. Say with a natural 20, it might not understand you and it's just running on like it's literally a mindless creature as there has no brain, central nervous system or anything like that. I will say it understands enough of what you're saying in terms of your magical influence on it that it begins to roll away from everybody. And you hear the Strix just go, no! God damn it, no!
There's like, I don't even hear that for a minute. It's like the silence is like, I could just see the like sun peeking through the little bits of the storm cloud every once in a while as I watch like, proudly as he skittered blubs off into the forest.
He has only a
Oh,
10-foot
someone
move
please
speed,
clip
so
that.
it's just like
That's fine.
it's very
He can take his time.
slowly going. I
Just
placed
like,
it very particularly on the
go.
map because I'm like, oh, I hope somebody gets close enough. If not, all my actions will be the slow crawl.
Just yeah. So there's just a little tear down her eye. She pats Ron, be like, they grow up so fast. Anyway,
I will
and
say
then
you
I
have
turn
one
over to the
action
one that
left.
yelled. Yeah. I'm gonna do a spell, I guess. I do that.
Okay. Give me a one action spell. Like Scrouger's Glee could work
Oh
here.
yeah.
Go ahead. And I think that's your only one action spell. You can try. Oh wait, inside ropes, but I don't think that's gonna work here for anything.
Where does it say how many actions?
Is the little diamond symbol next to the spell name?
Okay. So, okay. Inside ropes. What was the other one you said?
It is Scrounger's Glee. It's towards the bottom.
Yeah, let's
I
start
can
whispering
cast
at
it
that
for you.
guy. Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna start whispering at him. I just want to make sure that you are within. That is, just within 30 feet.
Beautiful.
Okay, that is a critical failure. Is frightened 2 as whispers of your patron begin filling.
He didn't deserve their
its
love.
mind.
He was his own wonderful little mold being, you piece of shit. I'm just insulting her. That's it.
I love it. Okay. I'm gonna let the round finish out with Big Raga. See if Big Raga you could take him out. It is one action to pull out your gun. But they are flying about hold on, let's actually
Are
calculate.
they flying or are they in the trees?
They're flying about 10 feet up, so they are 20 feet from you. Well within your your shotgun's range.
Or hear me out. There's a tree right there, right?
I'm very curious about where you're going with this, but I like it.
Okay. What's my movement speed? I can't see it on the
25 feet.
What is a
wouldn't
tree if
you?
not an obstacle that you can remove?
I'll say if you want, here if I understand if I think I can pick up what you're getting at, I'll give you 2 actions, one to stride to the tree, one to climb it, even though climbing is typically a different type of action. And then I'll allow a third action for a punch.
There we go. You're picking up what I'm putting down.
That being said, your orc. Okay, so technically, the knuckle dusters you have on have a ranged option for them, and so you can literally just point and then fire off. Because when you use the melee version, you technically didn't set off the gun aspect of your knuckle dusters, so you can literally just aim, point, and then fire your knuckle duster off. If that is something you want to do.
Well, do I want to be cool?
It is entirely up to you. I'm just saying you have your different paths you can go out with this.
He's tired. He will spend an action to pull out his gun.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, it didn't have to be like this. As he opens fires on homie over here.
Okay.
I forget how I did this. Where's it at?
I can help out. Okay, you have the dwarven scatter gun.
It is.
Wow. Holy shit! You have a higher chance to hit with your black powder knuckle dusters. I have no idea how that's. Oh wait, hon, you should have a +2 to this. I don't know why it's not counting.
Okay, so it should be +16.
It should be +16 because the dwarven weapon familiarity should have kicked in. I will go ahead and give it to you in the background of this.
Okay.
Scattergun. There you go. You should have master proficiency.
You want me to reload or just?
No. You're good. You're good. Okay. It'll automatically kick in.
All right.
You have +16. Have fun with the shotgun. Welcome to America. Bow.
Oh Lord.
Oh fuck! This guy doesn't have a head. Go ahead, roll damage, as that's a critical hit with a firearm. That fatal trait's gonna be so nasty. That is 16 points of damage. And it has to make a Fortitude saving throw, or else it is stunned 1 as well. As it just as it reels back from the first shot. What is has reload 1, so you need to reload it again. So it was 1 action to pull it out, 1 action to fire, and then 1 action to reload if you want.
Can I just see that and then drop the gun? Do I know that if I hit him with my knuckle dusters,
if you hit him one more time, there's a high chance they go away.
Yeah. All right, then let me go. I drop my weapon, and just y'all see this, and he just goes. Ah! You hear the fire come out. Is this a 16 or is it +11? +11. Okay. Let's go.
As a second critical hit, go ahead and roll damage. There we go. That's the 22. That's enough. As the first shot, you side, pull out the shotgun, fire. It's you see feathers in its wings start flying off of it, and you're like, I have enough. You it's almost like a Kameo blast, just reel back, and actually Falcon Punch would probably be closer. Just as you shoot forward, the actual brass knuckle part of your knuckle dusters fires off, and it just goes right into their body, and they fall down dead. That is where we're going to end the combat encounter. As the old is no longer a threat, and they're still very slowly wandering away.
I'm gonna go over and just high five Raga.
Yeah,
I'm gonna walk over to Nita and say, okay. Oh, I cut you off.
You're
Sorry.
good.
No, I walk over to Nita. It's like, I might have stabbed your new friend, and I'm so sorry I did that. I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's okay. They don't have a brain.
Sentences to describe James for 500, please.
I think that's
She's
in
still looking
character.
out, tears in her eyes, watching him slowly
Does
amble
this
away.
ever like it's like syrup like going down like sap going down a tree? It's just so fucking slow.
Oh my god.
It is
And
moving
meanwhile,
at
in the
like 10
background,
feet per 2 seconds. Like it's just
and in the background, Raga and Maureen are just like predator handshake.
like,
Yes. And then immediately rifling through pockets because we broke in this
Yeah,
bitch.
I want that damn
Okay.
shit. Give it to me.
I
We can go
will
to break
say
first.
I will say in the
I'm crying to see you.
total you will find
funny.
5 gold pieces and 3 moderate healing potions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Why are you giving us moderates, James?
Because
I think I'm the only one who took damage too.
because
I know, I
that's
took a little
appropriate
bit.
for
I
the
took 4
level.
points.
It goes lesser, moderate, and then the rest of them.
What is
That
I had to
being
stop.
Is
That
it
being
control space to
I'll-
search? It is.
That being said, we are gonna go ahead as they equip their new healing potions. We're gonna go to a little break. Thank you everybody so much for coming and supporting the stream so far. Thank you to all the raiders. We shall be back in 5-10 minutes as bio stuff is important, and we're gonna find out what the Cyclopses have to say about the War of Immortals. We'll be right back.
Oh, I got the wrong thing.
Wow, confirmed. KCH James. We just heard it. Damn.
We all heard it, folks.
Damn.
Clip it.
They
Clip
said
it.
we're not
It's
friends.
Not friends.
Whoa.
We're not friends. I do so much
Rough.
for Casey.
Rough,
Amazing.
buddy. Hi,
Uh,
everybody. We're back.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Omens of Lost Immortality. Where we left off, we are currently in Nadal, a country in Western Avestan. Not Avestan. Oh, God. Either way, we are in Nadal, currently making our way to the Darkened Mountains to find Chieftain Yomer, a powerful oracular cyclops. I'm going to go ahead and jump forward a little bit in time and say you all successfully make it over the course of the next day.
So we get a long rest.
I will say you get a long rest then.
Yes.
Taking in a minute, I will tell you we're gonna have to switch to a new map. But as you start reaching the peak of the tallest mountain, you see the base of a tree that begins spiraling upward towards the sky. You would know that this is the peak where the Cyclopses stay. And that is where we're gonna transition to the next scene.
Oh.
I again see black
Nothing.
stream. I think it needs to be.
Yep, hold on, I got you. I forgot it's automatically turned on token vision. My bad. There we go.
There we go.
A light appears at the bottom of this tree.
That's a very big buddy.
It's a friend.
That's good.
As you approach near the top, you see several Cyclopses in a ritualistic chant, speaking in a language that maybe not all of you understand. Does anybody here speak Cyclops?
I didn't take languages for this game.
Me
Listen,
neither.
you gotta. Hey, I'll give you a hint. The one character I built for this game can.
Was it the slime?
No, it was Nita. Nita, you understand exactly what they're saying.
And I assume everyone else does as I'm listening in intently.
Ron's translating for
It
us,
is
like
more
touching
like
us.
speaking in tongues almost of it, where it's gibberish, but every now and then you make out a word. It is piecing together speech. They speak about a dark rain, darkened skies, and as you begin walking up this spiral, a larger Cyclops wearing a mammoth's herd on its back looks down upon all of you as it is on a higher branch and in common goes, "Welcome to our grove."
Wise place.
What brings you to our abode? And the Cyclopses stop. They're chanting.
So the creepy lady's bug is supposed to have us ask you a question?
Yes, we have a question from insert name of my patron that I have now forgotten.
You don't know the name of your patron.
Oh, I don't know the name. Okay, then my Taylor just being dumb was still proper for the character. Yes, my bug
Boss?
is the boss and has a
Your
question
voice,
from
basically?
you from, yes, a being with green eyes and makes things smelly in a good way.
Likes to scramble your brains.
I will say, as you
Yes.
touch Ron, you get the feeling of ask about the rain, the dreams.
Oh, that's right. Ron doesn't actually have a mouth that speaks. Mr.
Yomer.
Jomer, Mr. Jomer, I, we have all trekked up to this very, pleasant grove to ask about, we've been like dreaming about rains and like, describes in relative detail, but with like a lot of rambling, and it takes way longer than it should. And she's like speaking the same things a lot of times, but eventually gets to the end of it and then just stares.
The chieftain looks to the other Cyclopses. You speak of the god's reign.
Yes.
Sure.
Then it will come to pass.
What will come to pass?
Yes, if you don't mind describing that, please.
In great detail.
Specificity
Gods-
is wonderful.
We have been plagued with visions. But before we explain, you must earn the right of knowledge.
Oh, that sounds like a challenge.
A
we're
test
gonna have
of
to beat
strength.
you up.
Oh.
Yeah.
You
Strength?
could not. Go ahead and anybody wants to make a society check.
I'm good at that for
Why
some
not?
reason.
Why not?
Why not? Society. And now
Maureen,
I got 25. Fuck.
you are like, this guy sizable, easily can kill him. One good spell strike. To the rest of everybody else,
That's
you
not
all
what
technically
I'm thinking.
failed. You all technically failed your saves, your checks. I'm gonna tell you right now, this guy is creature level 12. In Pathfinder terms, anything that's 4 levels higher than you can kill you without hesitation and without struggle.
But you wanted a TPK.
I would love a TPK. That being said, this guy is way above power level in terms of, on average, with just his fist, deals 20 damage.
Oh, so he's
with
my
a 4
Pathfinder
crit.
character.
Yeah. It's closer to 41 on an actual crit. And he can crit you with his plus 25.
So we don't
So-
get in punching range.
Oh, trust me. He has other
I think-
abilities.
Big Rocket
Right.
looks over and like, just because we knocked out a bird, a hyena, and a dampier doesn't mean I'm about to fight no damn orc.
I don't say anything.
Yeah,
I put my
I
hands in
mean-
my pocket.
I
Cyclops
think that
is
we're just
exactly my
going
cup
to
of tea. I think we can
do a
it.
challenge.
Your challenge is one
Is it
of
only
strike.
Oh. Not good at that.
Bring out the prisoners. And out
Oh, we're not
marches-
fighting the big boy. Yeah, let's fucking go.
Out marches a forest troll, a small fey creature, and a Nephilim with 2 large horns appearing from their forehead, with holding a staff. You must fight for the right of knowledge.
Party.
Oh, you're right.
I was just thinking that. Party.
Knowledge.
I'm gonna pot for some knowledge.
Well, okay, before we go to fight for this, what did what these mugs do to be prisoners?
Yeah.
Killed innocents.
All right. And he just locks
Oh.
his. He just reloads. He's like starts putting his brass knuckles back on. All right.
Yes, Tay.
This is for big guy. You said strength, like power
Fight.
or like muscle,
Power.
Fight.
like-
Now.
but like magic.
With
is
that,
good,
we're gonna
right?
roll
Yeah,
initiative.
magic's good. Like you see, like Raga and Maureen gearing up to like go punch people, and we're like, "Yeah, magic's good."
Whereas I'm
yeah.
sitting here barely able to hold my staff because I'm with
Yeah.
like 0 strength. Like, okay.
And as you're asking that, Nita, I'm just like, oh god, okay.
James, am I allowed to roll Arcana for my
I'll allow
initiative again?
Arcana.
Thank you.
Hey, can I? Hey, hear me out. Hear me out,
Alright,
friend. Can I use
I'm
one of my
listening.
hero points to re-roll my
Well.
my initiative?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll allow it.
I'm actually gonna do this.
Just go ahead and make a new perception check, and I'll update your character with whatever you.
Can I use for initiative? And you're gonna think I'm whack, but I want to do it. Either diplomacy or performance.
I'll allow diplomacy.
You are a generous GM.
You were in a diplomatic situation right before this.
Okay,
Okay,
I'll take
Big
a
Raga, what is your new?
It's not letting me re-roll.
Oh
it.
no,
Hold on.
no! You gotta hit perception, and then whatever that new roll is.
Oh,
I update your initiative. You
okay,
can't roll
okay,
initiative
okay.
twice.
James,
That's
mine
why.
goes to a 19, please.
19.
Yeah, it doesn't make much of a
Uh,
difference, but
Where did my perception go?
It's right above your,
That's right. There it is.
right below that sweet 21 AC. 17. Is that
Oh,
the same
go.
number? Same number. I'll let you keep the hero point
All right, cool. Thank you.
because you were trying to move in initiative.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. That means we begin. Nita.
Oh,
yeah.
I
So as a reminder, this is a spiral, so there's no like direct jump across. It is
Yeah.
about
And they're above us?
they're above you.
By how
it's about
much?
a 35 feet jump up to get to them. That being said, this lower level down here is about 30 to 40 feet down. So if you get pushed off, you will take fall damage.
Yeah, you see Nita immediately realize this as she just gets towards the edge of the safe middle part of this thing and then scoots up the the circle as best
Ron
as
comes after.
possible. Yeah. I feel like I've got like a little like a little like papusa kind of thing. Like it's just like a little
They're like a
a
little
little
holder.
sling. Yeah, that
Yeah.
you just kind of sit in and then sometimes he'll just roll out and go do his thing, you know? Oh.
Okay. You have 2 actions left.
Yes, I do. I just left it. I want to actually do. I actually want to do something. Okay, let's see. How far are you? 30, 45. Okay. The big guy, I'm assuming, looks pretty hefty and strong and
Definitely. He's a forest troll. He is what the tales of trolls are all written on.
cool. So would in my definitely knowledgeable mind of my spells, enfeeble make sense? Because in my head it makes
Enfeeble
sense
would
for a
make
big,
sense.
scary, strong guy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I would like to do that.
We
Go ahead
would
and cast
definitely like
Enfeeble.
to remove his strength bonuses.
Yeah. That's my thought.
All right.
Ooh, look at that.
Critical
God
success.
Damn it.
as it envelops him, like this sickening purple ray just breaks free of it, and you hear "Roar!"
Oh.
That is your turn. Okay. That is going to chase prey. So it's going to rush forward on all fours to get to here.
Oh, that makes my life
And
easier.
it is going to make 2 claw strikes. One against Big Raga, and the second one against Nita. So the first one is a fucking nat 1. Are you kidding me? I just did that cool thing for nothing. The second one against Nita.
I
Actually,
like that.
that's gonna hit for
Why gotta mine be the that one?
17 points of damage. And then it's going to rend. So it automatically deals an additional 9 points of damage.
Rude.
As Big Rod can throw it off, it sinks its claws deep in your chest and just rips. That's gonna end
I
its
could
turn.
do that too, and it doesn't hurt.
Maeve, you're up.
I'm gonna move to kind of its side here, if that's okay.
Yeah, it is off guard.
Cool. I'm going to do that, and then give me a second. I won't do that.
It's a big boy.
Yeah, it is a big boy.
If you want, I will say you could
Can I
try
do-
to
can I have to-
tumble. If you want, you could tumble through.
That's what I was just
with
about to say,
one
actually. I was
attack.
just about to ask that. Yeah, I was going to ask
Okay.
that, or even if you think Dastardly Dash makes more sense.
Hold on, I gotta reread Dastardly Dash.
You dash past an opponent, confounding them with underhanded tactics. Stride up to half your speed. You can attempt a trip or a dirty trick if you have that action against one opponent you pass within
I'll
range
allow
at any point.
either one. I'll allow Dastardly Dash if you want, and you can make a dirty trick.
I want to do that. And then can I try doing... okay, so for dirty trick, just so you know, because I think that's new, if I remember you saying that correctly.
It is.
Yeah,
So
you have a free. If I have a free hand or within melee reach of an opponent, I can basically just, like it says, basically do something that inhibits them a little bit. So like, I can roll thievery check against their reflex DC, and then if
I want to see.
Yeah, let me do this for you. There you go.
I will allow a thievery check. Yeah, go ahead and make a thievery check against the opponent's reflex DC. That is going to be a 25. That is a success. The condition automatically ends after 1 round. Okay.
And
They are
one more.
21. As I will say, you can like throw some pocket sand in their eyes. It's always a good cheap tactic.
Yeah, it's more of any form of nobility goes away, and it's like, yeah, fuck this, and just throws things in the face.
I will say
you
have panache because of that.
Nice. And then I will try to strike, and then that'll be it.
Go ahead. 29. That is a critical success. Go ahead and roll some damage.
Oh, critical. Yes.
We love to see it.
Give it to me. 34.
34 points of damage.
I love that so much.
And they become off guard due to your crit specialization. So in Pathfinder, we were doing this before, but I don't think I explained the mechanic. If you are a certain class, you get access to crit specialization, which means when you crit with a weapon, a special effect happens depending on the weapon you're using. So in this case, they are off guard until the start of your next turn. And you have 1 action left.
Oh, I think that was 3 because I moved and then I did Dastardly Dash.
Dastardly Dash allows you to make the...
Oh, so I can have another one. Whoa.
Yeah, it looks like it's an action. Strive to have your speed. You can attempt.
I'll let you read it first because I thought it was an action.
Dastardly Dash is one. It's an action compression feat, so it allows you to stride up to half your speed and then attempt it. So you still have 1 action left.
Oh, then I'm just gonna try striking this.
Neon Lights roleplay. Thank you so much for the raid.
Hi.
We're trying to find out what a god's reign is. But
I'm sure it's fine.
Oh, nothing bad ever
Probably
happened.
glittery rain. It's just like
24.
24 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
On me.
16.
16 points of damage. Nice.
This is like whatever form of nobility was there just goes away.
Goes away like a
dirty brawler.
Yeah, as you run past them, they're easily distracted. So you throw pocket sand in their eyes, and they're like, as they're wiping it out, you just get 2 really good stabs in. and you hear them like "Wah!" with pain.
And I would just
He
shout
does
at
looking
Maureen,
at you
like,
with that
shoot
smile.
it in the eye.
Like the Willem Dafoe, like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's the look you're getting from Nita. Like, one of us.
Oh God, I can't do that on screen because someone's gonna gift that. Please no. I just did it. No.
You did? I'm gonna clip it.
Cass, I'm
Yes.
afraid of that face, but what are you
Taylor, I'm
doing?
so bad now.
So you know how I started out the first fight
Mm-hmm.
where I warp stepped and then arcane cascaded, right? We're gonna do
Yes.
that again.
Okay.
I trust these people to handle a troll. I would like to be right here.
Let's see how. Okay, that would require 2 stride actions, but yeah, that's enough to get to right
But
there.
with warp step, I get
Warp step,
some,
get the +5. Yeah,
Oh.
that's enough while using warp step. That is enough to get to right there.
that's
is
2
what I'm
actions.
It's 2 actions. You got 1 left.
All right, I got 1 left. Well,
You can arcane cascade or make a strike or.
I think
technically
I'm
your
going to
conflict spell.
spinning staff actually.
Yeah, that's what I was. Go ahead and cast that for me.
Yeah.
For your next, make a strike, and then make a second strike. Multiple attack penalties apply to both. Yeah, so go ahead and make 2 strikes. 1 against both.
Okay, I'm gonna go for. I guess that's the Nephilim on the right.
Yeah, I don't know why they're called Tiefling Adept. That's that hits.
So close to a crit.
So close to a crit.
And then multiple attack penalty to the next one.
Mm-hmm. And that's gonna miss.
Wow.
The Quickling
that's
just
a high AC.
out. This thing's got
All
a
right.
high AC.
Okay, and that charges up my spell strike for next round.
They're gonna use their reaction, can't catch me, to immediately stride up to half their speed. Oh my god, they have 100-foot fucking speed.
No.
The teeny little fey creature does?
They immediately,
No.
as you go to strike them, they just like the flash, like boom, like it's almost like a blink of an eye, just appear right behind.
Get fucked,
me.
Barry.
They have a speed of 100, and they can move half of the speed. I love it.
Y'all get out of the way. I'm throwing a fireball at it.
Okay.
When in doubt, fireball.
Fireball. Okay.
I mean,
Go
that's a
ahead, roll
fact of
damage on
life
the
right there.
first one. As Lost Caravan also raised. Yo, we're getting
Oh
all the
my
cool
god!
Yo!
Thank
buddy.
you.
Hi, Lost Caravan.
Wow.
I hope
How's
the
charity
stream went
going?
well.
Yeah.
That being
Hopefully
said,
Fallout was fun.
Maureen, I need you to roll damage because you did hit the Nephilim.
I did hit the Nephilim. I did indeed.
Man, we got so many cool people here tonight.
Hey, congrats. You hit
16
16.
points of damage. Ouch.
Let's go.
They are, for the
Yeah, you
sake
hit one.
of Tay's ability,
Heck yeah. What?
they are bloodied. They are at below half their hit points.
I hit him hard. Real
You
hard.
did. That
And
said,
I
that's
gotta
going
go
to
let
end
my
your
dog out. I'll be
turn.
right back.
That's
I'm
fine.
up.
Quickling. Maeve, before you could even, like, as you finish your second strike against the troll, all of a sudden a tiny little fey creature is right behind you, pulls out a knife and shanks.
That is badass, though. You look like you have a brain and that we could
That
be friends.
hits for +7. You're going to take 6 points of damage, and I need you to make a. Actually, yeah, we're gonna use one of our poisons. A DC 18 Fortitude saving throw. That's a success. All right. Yeah, it dealt sneak attack damage on the first one, and then it's gonna go for a second attack on you. That's gonna hit. You're just so perfectly in range. That is a critical stab for 12 points of damage, and then for their last action, they're gonna stride one time to get Actually, we're gonna stay there.
Mhm.
Yeah, just keep shanking. Actually, wait, no, hold on. I'm so sorry for this, Tay. Immediately
No,
strides
you're
right
not.
behind
Don't lie.
and gonna try to hit Nita. Their last attack.
I'm just a little guy.
Critical miss.
Thank you. See, he understands I'm just a little guy.
That being said, Big Raga, you are
He's
up.
now taking off his hat. He is annoyed. He has watched two of his friends, so he just does one of this. And looking at the troll.
Yeah.
Looking at the troll. Is it if a punch for me? Would it kill it?
No, this thing looks like it took. If I had to describe it, like a quarter of its hit points of damage. It is
Okay.
well within standing.
Well, let's change that. He's not gonna move. He's just gonna load up and he's just gonna hit him.
Go ahead and hit me with the knuckle dusters.
Rockin'.
25. That hits. Go ahead, roll damage. For 6 points of damage. It just shrugs off the first one.
Yeah, you're a little bit tougher than the bird was. Takes another shot with him.
25. That hits. Go ahead, roll damage. For 5 points of damage. It's not. As you're just punching into it, it's like punching a punching bag where it's just taking it and taking it.
Mm.
You can use an action to recall knowledge. Try to figure out what this thing is, if it has any weaknesses. Why
The player has a thing that he thinks it's resistant to bludgeoning damage.
It could be. You need to make a recall knowledge to find out. Maybe this thing's just a giant sack of hit points and it's just 5-6 damage is just doing nothing to it.
All right, what is it?
It would be a society or nature check to recall knowledge.
I don't have nature, so we're gonna do society.
Okay.
Fuck me.
This thing
is just punched it again.
Sack of hit points waiting to go down. You can't figure out anything about it, but you see its like wounds are starting to like close themselves back up.
Whoa. Okay. All
right. Maureen, Miss Meanie over here.
Oh. Wait, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I fucking dare you,
immediately
James.
go invisible as invisibility on themselves, and I will say they are going to go hidden from view as they are going to go somewhere.
Oh yeah, they're going to go somewhere.
Hold on, I have a thing.
Okay.
I just want to know. I have illusion sense. Does that count for invisibility, or is it like strictly illusion?
I will allow illusion. Invisibility is an illusion.
Okay.
I will say as you can use an action to seek with your +1.
Okay.
Allowing you to potentially go find them.
Okay. Cool.
Thank you. But yeah, they disappear.
I mean, I have other things in front of me.
From sight.
Yeah.
And then they're going to cast shield on themselves. Oh wait, no, they don't because they use an action to stride. Never mind. But they are definitely invisible.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, I remembered the thing on my character sheet.
I'm surprised.
So Round 2.
Save the day.
I'm here.
Nita, you see a small, like a quick little fey creature in front of you. I want to see how well I can describe this. Just a being that looks like it's made out of like wood. Here, I'm gonna hit show to players. You might need to like close out of it on stream, but that's what this thing looks like.
Oh, he's cool.
Yeah, I don't know if that
You're gonna
automatically
hate him,
closes
but cool.
stream,
I'm gonna
but-
squish him like a
Oh, it
boy.
does.
Thank you. It's not cute.
Just quick
Squish.
little.
I mean, yeah.
Just punt it like a football.
How tall is it in comparison to me? Are we on
maybe-
par?
You're on par. You're both small creatures.
About 3 feet
Oh,
tall.
hello.
It's about 3 feet, wielding a short sword, and you just see a like grin on its face, just like.
Hello. I just
Hi.
mock it. He's made of wood. Is he like a
Not actually made out of wood. It's just that he has like a very
just
wood
like
appearance.
wooden? Okay.
Does not have the wood. To it.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm good. I'm gonna assume there's no chance we can become friends here.
Probably not.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, I definitely know what I'm going to do. I think. What is like attack of opportunity, getting away from combat, like rules?
Not everybody has reactive strike. So that means you could just move freely and you're taking a gamble whether they do or not, but it's very uncommon.
Okay.
Oh, Chad, don't do this to me. Don't make me. Don't. Y'all know what you're fucking doing. That's just cruel.
Doc, I need him to focus so I can wreck his shit.
You gotta find the fucking caster if you want it.
I'm gonna move on from the caster. It's a bitch ass.
Okay.
It ran away.
For now.
Fuck. So many of my things are like big auras or cones that I'm gonna get my friends in.
I'm gonna throw this out here to you, Tay. There's a big old gap right in here where there's probably a buddy.
Yeah.
You can cast haste on one of your allies.
Who can do that?
Oh, that's true.
Haste, by the way, gives them an extra action to either stride or strike.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Let's give my big boy buddy here, Raga, some haste. Yes. Well, hold on. 3 actions?
2 actions.
Well, three per turn. Because I also want to kind of look for this guy and also run away because I am at like half health.
Yeah, you're gonna have to make some decisions here.
Yep. I'm gonna run away first.
Okay.
Do I have all the healing?
And I'm gonna really hope that these guys don't hate me.
I will say if you guys wanted somebody else to have the healing potion, they can.
I would keep one and then give the other 2 to whichever person wanted them.
So Nita, if you want one of the healing potions,
I was like, y'all, the little ones have it. Raga wouldn't take it. He'd be like, I'll be all right.
Good idea.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, I got 65
I moved.
hit
Do they?
points.
And that's how we know Raga's a true bro.
Yeah.
Just like,
it is
that's
2
your buddy.
actions to down a healing potion. 1 action pull out, 1 action drink.
Nice.
One action to pull? Okay.
Yeah, 1 action to pull it out.
No,
And
not
1
the joke
action.
I was making.
Listen, it's okay. Hey, if you're a speed loader, you can do it as a free action.
That is true. That is true.
That's true.
Okay, I'm going to. I ran over here. Did they hurt me?
Nope.
Beautiful. Love to see it. I am going to dump, and I'm gonna look for this fucker somewhere around me. I'm like, there was a
Make
third
a
one.
perception check.
Where'd he go? Because if I'm gonna get stabbed, I want to be ready for it. And then it's got a +1 to. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ! Not one.
You have a hero point. You have hero points.
No. You made a performance check. You rolled the wrong thing.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
that's fine.
Oh,
Remember,
perception's
perception's
on
not
the
a
left.
skill. It's on the
Yep.
left.
Yep. Okay. This is +1. Better. 19. I thought that was another 1. It was 2 ones. We're fine.
The +1 brings it up to 20.
So 20 flat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be really, really nice.
Are
I will
you?
give you a general area in which they are in. It is up to you
Yes.
to figure out where in this they are. But that is their
Over there.
general
Over
location.
there. Okay.
Oh, where? Oh, they moved
To your
behind
right.
me. Do you tell me that?
Yeah, absolutely.
You could point out as a free action as part of this. I'll allow that.
Yeah, I'll be like, go, keep going up the tree, keep on going. There's something.
Got it,
there
Nita.
somewhere. And then I will take out my health potion and get ready to drink it next time.
Okay.
That's a good idea. It's very good.
Brings us to the troll. Troll heals up 20 hit points.
Oh, you raggedy bitch.
And all those wounds close up.
That's right. Fucking trolls.
Yeah.
They are going to make their first strike against Big Raga.
Of course he is.
It's okay. I know I'm going to get hit after.
Which one has... Oh, they could just rend with both of their shit? Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah. This is gonna hurt.
Yeah, we're going to hit Big Raga first with a Jaws attack. That's going to miss by 1.
He's like,
Yeah.
"Ooh."
Second one's a claw against Maeve.
I don't like that.
That's going to hit for
I don't like that.
But it's not a crit.
16 points of damage, and then they're immediately going to rend as their last action. So you're going to take an additional 11 points of damage as it just starts like viciously tearing into you.
Just so you guys know, I'm at 23 out of 68.
Hot.
That is going to end their turn. Maeve, you're up.
Do I have a health potion?
You
do.
should,
I will
yeah.
say you can have a health potion. I'll put it
Okay, which button would I click for that?
healing potion moderate. I'm putting it into your equipment.
Thank you.
Okay, you can. I'll say you could use the 2 actions to.
Yeah,
on
I'm
it.
going to do that.
Okay. That is 25 healing to you. Go ahead and click apply healing. All right, you got
And that's
25
2
hit
actions?
points. It's 2 actions. You got 1 left. You still have panache.
I still have panache? Okay.
Still have panache.
I do have panache. I don't know why. It sounds like a dessert. I have panache.
Ganache. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like
I'm
ganache.
Baba ganoush.
Yum.
I
Oh,
wish.
I like
God
those.
I
damn
want
it.
that.
I want that so bad. Why'd I say that?
Oh.
Can I try to do Dastardly Dash again?
If you want, it's already suffering the effects of.
Oh, it
Dash
is.
to the
Yeah, so
Dash.
never mind. Let's not do that.
You can attempt to trip it instead of dirty trick, but I will say
Yeah, can I
right now
try-
this clumsy is going to go away at the end of this round.
Can I try a
Mhm.
trip? Cool.
Yeah.
he might trip
Go
it
ahead
off
and
and
make
down.
an athletics check. $25. They are prone as you sweep the legs from them. They are prone. That's going to end your turn. Marine.
James, I have a question about the Magus.
I have an
Do
answer
I
about the
have
Magus.
to? Do I have to hit something to cast a spell, or can I just cast the spell?
You can cast spells normally. You have, if you're going to use spell strike, you have to attempt to hit and whatnot.
Okay.
So
what
if you
I
want to
cast
just-
fireball?
Yeah, nothing's stopping you. You're still a caster.
Okay, cool. Cool. Just checking. I haven't played this class before.
I know. You're good.
I'm just gonna
Huck it
roughly
in the,
about there.
in the Nephilim's direction. Yeah.
Yeah.
No amount of visibility is going to help with an AoE. That is a critical failure from the Nephilim as a fireball gets
6d6.
66 damage, doubled. Man, the one time I wish you had resistance.
That's 38.
That is enough to bring them down.
Bomb, bitch!
You see a small little bead flies from your hands, and then a boom, a 20-foot explosion, and then that invisibility is gone, and all that's remained is like Uncle Owen, Aunt Beru, like just melted ash. You have one action
Thank
left.
Bow down.
Thank you.
Bow down.
Eve's actually fanning themselves in the corner, like, okay.
They are so dead.
Hot damn.
That's
I will
usually-
turn around. I will turn around and point at the fucking troll, and then point up at the Cyclops and go, "Strong enough yet for you?" And I'm gonna point back down at the troll, and I'm going to cast a 1-action force barrage.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage. It was 1d.
Just
4
1d4.
plus
It's a
1.
little touch, a little light
No.
tap.
Like damage is damage.
Damage is damage.
Okay, it's a quickling. Quickling zooms right behind Big Raga.
Yeah,
Shank
just get
out.
that little fuck.
I don't need to make you off guard or anything like that. You can just stay there. That's a hit.
You little shit.
Damn it.
For 8
Just
points of
stabbing you in
damage,
your freaking
is
calves.
gonna use one of their lethargy poisons.
not the
I need you to
calves.
make a DC 18 Fortitude saving throw for me as poison begins filling your body.
Not in the
James, you little
calves, you need
bitch.
them.
Listen, you said to bring it. I brought it. I gave you a thing that can move 100 feet in a single action. 25, you're fine. Second action is going to be another swing with the short sword. That's going to hit for just 10 points of damage. And then I will say the last one will be critical miss.
Cool.
So if you want, I can combine the damages for you. That way you can just take it all in one.
Yeah.
Okay. That will be 18 points of damage in total.
Alright.
And then it is your turn.
I look at this little shit. And I'm like, all right, real quick. How close are we to the edge, and how far is that hole is?
You could go ahead and try to shove or reposition them. You would need at least a critical success to huck them off the edge.
Oh no, friend. I have 3 actions. I'm gonna grab this little shit.
Go ahead and make an athletics check. I'll say reposition is an action if you want to grab and just attempt to fling in the same
Raga,
action.
can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Can you punt them like a football?
Oh,
Kick.
Charlie Brown, this motherfucker.
Just Charlie Brown it, you know. Be great.
we're gonna get a football thing. So athletics.
Athletics against their fortitude.
I won't lie, that's all
That
I was
is a
thinking about since you said
success. They are grabbed. If you want, I'll say you could reposition them. And so now they're standing here. And then you could attempt to shove.
Shove.
Just shove them off.
You know
All you
what?
need
Yeah,
is
let me.
succeed a shove. You don't need a crit succeed this shove, but you
Is
Be
this
the
another
Spark,
multiple
it's
attack penalty?
Mufasa.
So is this like another athletics?
Yeah, make another athletics check for me.
My childhood hurts.
How else do you deal with trauma except making jokes about it?
Nat
Nat
fucking 20.
31 to fucking throw.
You okay?
You
In narrative,
Mufasa, bitch.
okay. In
Mufasa.
narrative, what happens is you, as it goes to like shank you one more time, you catch its little fucking hand, and then I would say like Hulk and Loki, you immediately wind back and chuck it down, and you hear a ah! As it like falls, and you hear a splat. Because no matter how much fall damage I attempt to reduce with this, it could use its reaction to catch a ledge. It's just not making it on a natural 20, and I will honor that. It will go down, and it just splats onto the floor. I will say that is 40 points of damage to it, bringing it well and dead.
Beav looks at you and just points and says, "You know what? I like you. I like you, tall one."
That being said, oh wait, oh shit, you had one action left.
Yeah, I was like, I still got one more.
My bad.
And he's
I
like,
miscounted.
okay. And then he turns back and he's like, oh, you big son of a bitch. And he grabs for his shotgun. what's
Shotgun's back out.
Wait,
All
hold
right.
on. Wait.
And that thing's prone on the ground, if I remember correctly.
Oh,
It
yeah,
is
it is
prone.
prone.
Yeah.
It has to use an
Welcome
action
for
to
that.
stand back up.
The tiny one tripped the big one.
All right, Nita, top of round 3.
Yeah, that's right. I don't want to. Okay. Oh, first, I forgot I have the health potion out. I'm drinking it.
Drink it.
Please
Okay.
drink your health potion.
Hydrate in chat for Nita, please.
25 healing goes to you.
Will do.
Beautiful.
Just click apply healing in the chat.
Mhm.
There you go. You're back up to
Woo!
full.
One. All right. You know, I think a shotgun's pretty scary. Maybe this guy. Oh, if I scoot up next to this dude, will that give flanking? Does that help at all for Bravo?
He's already flanked.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. Okay. Doesn't matter.
You
I
can make
still-
an action attempt to recall knowledge to try to figure out why this thing. You do
Why?
see it like regenerating its damage it's taking.
Oh, true. Yeah, that seems like a smart thing to do for us.
Make a
does this
society or nature check.
count- What does my staff do? Is that like I think that's specifically only like
Your staff lets you
animals.
cast new spells. Yeah. So it lets you cast Know the Way, Runic Body, and Summon Animal. Oh shit! I should have had you cast Runic Body way
Monster
earlier.
heads while wielding the staff. You get a +2 circumstance bonus on nature checks to identify animals. He's not an animal, though, is he?
I will allow a +1 instead.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to nature, please.
Go ahead and nature for me.
I would like to nature. Badoop. Badoop. Ah, 13.
You have a hero point still, if I remember
You
correctly.
do have a hero point. That
Oh
is
yeah,
not
do we want to
enough.
use it? Yeah, let's go. Let's use
It's
it.
up to you.
I would
I'm
suggest
just saying
using
you have a
it.
hero point if you want to use it.
Didn't I see like a fun little like button where it said like use hero point, reroll using
Yeah,
hero
if you
point.
right click,
Boom.
you
Much better.
27.
27.
Okay. Forest trolls are gangly giants who stalk the fringes of civilization. They rely incredibly on their strength to overpower foes with their vicious claws and toothy maws. These trolls stand anywhere between 12 and 16 feet tall, though they prefer to hunch over for comfort and to lull foes into a false sense of security. I will allow 2 questions to ask about it. You can find out anything you want with these 2 questions.
Okay.
Wow, and look at Matt giving everybody an extra hero point.
I think
Okay,
I didn't even know we
what do you
had
want
those
done?
in this game, or in this
I didn't.
channel. I run it, and I didn't even know they were there.
I was like, I think we did it when we had Hoop on the first time.
Oh, you know what? No, it's.
Oh, so thank you, Hoop.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck
probably.
you, Hoop.
How can we stop this regeneration?
Ooh, regeneration. It has regeneration 20, which means it regenerates 20 hit points at the top of every round. It is deactivated by electricity or fire damage.
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
Guess who's
You
talking
get
about?
one more question.
It's a fireball. Just fireball it.
I think Cast just used their only prepared casting fireball.
No.
Don't worry, they might
It
have
was
other
worth it.
tools.
We couldn't even freaking see that thing.
That was true, actually. That was overkill, but it was true.
Does anyone have a legitimate good question before I just
I
throw
don't-
out a joke one? Because I
Billy-
don't know what
No,
else.
because joke-
You can
No,
ask
because
for
joke
its
ones are the best.
abilities, its hit points, its armor class, its saving throw, like which saving throw is the highest, which saving throw is the lowest.
Oh, that's actually useful for me.
It's bonus to hit.
yeah. What's
Which-
a low saving throw for it?
Its lowest saving throw is will saving throws.
Okay.
It is not particularly willful. And you have 1 action left.
Oh yeah.
Scrounger's Glee is always there to make it
That's-
frightened.
yeah.
It has a terrible will.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to know the will was for my spell. So yeah, let's do that because that's the only
Okay, go ahead and cast it for me.
one action spell I got, baby.
DC 21 will saving throw. That is a success.
Fuck
It
you,
is
dude.
not frightened. That's gonna end your turn.
I tried. I yell the fire and the electric. Actually, no, she doesn't yell the fire and electric thing. She just stops and has a blank stare, and her mouth goes open, and you hear everything James just said coming out, but as the patron.
The patrons just use fire.
Yeah.
Kill it with electricity. cause it to burn. That being said, it's the Forest Troll's turn. Regenerates up to 20. It is no longer below quarter of its hit points. It is almost at its maximum again.
Jesus.
As its wounds close up, it's going to use an action to stand up from prone. It is no longer clumsy 1.
Yeah.
And that means Big Raga. It's going to hit with a claw, with a jaws attack first. That's going to hit for 17 points of damage. Is going to use its second action to rend to immediately deal an additional 19. So I'm going to combine those 2 damages for you. And then it's going to use its last action to hit Maeve because it's not exactly the most intelligent creature, and it's going to use all of its normal. I clicked the wrong one. I meant to hit listen. This is how lucky you are. I meant to hit its claw, which has a +10, which would have hit, but I'm going to honor what I clicked. That was on me for clicking too fast. That is going to miss, ending its turn. All right, Maeve, you know it needs to be shocked. It can be burned.
And its will is low.
Its will is low.
I'm going to
Go ahead.
Bon Mot.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and make
and
a
just say,
diplomacy.
hey, you big, ugly, disgusting thing. Stop touching my friend over there. You're gross. Just gross.
Oh,
ugly,
gross.
Just like a
It's
child.
so
Ugly,
hurt
ugly,
by gross. Go ahead, make a diplomacy check.
If I don't succeed on this, I'm going to spend a hero point because I'll be very, very mad.
You're weird.
Yes.
So fucking disgusting.
32
is a critical success.
You're so gross and just ew, David.
Ew, David.
Oh my god.
David. Ew.
You definitely hurt its feelings. It is Bon Mot. That's one action.
Well,
you have 2 actions left.
Yes, I do. And then I will. You know what? I will do this, James. I'm going to do a regular strike first.
If you're going to finish her, I recommend
that's what I was going to do.
Be first.
Oh, okay.
Because
so
that's the most guaranteed to hit.
Yeah, if you want, ignore the one I just rolled. It's up to you.
I'll honor it if you want.
Okay, can we say that's the last one I did then instead of, or should I do finisher first? What would you prefer?
Do finisher first and then normal / after. That way because you're guaranteed the highest damage on the first one because it's the more likely to hit because you're taking a penalty to hit on your second one. So go ahead and roll the damage.
Strike.
I wonder if I can just toggle it on for you. Finisher confident, perfect. Just roll damage. You automatically just do a finisher. Because even if you miss, you still deal damage. That is 16 points of damage. Ouch. It takes the whole thing.
And then I will...
You no longer have panache. That being said, you have 1 action left.
Yep. And then do you want me to just re-roll the attack I did before that?
No, just make another strike.
Okay, then that would be my third.
Multiple attack penalty. So I'll be +9. Because Bon Mot doesn't have multiple attacks.
Oh, so actually I will re-roll that then because I rolled that first one as strike. So never mind. It makes more sense to do this.
Okay. That hits. Go ahead, roll damage.
Same number. Go figure.
Okay, that is 16 points of damage as well. Goddamn.
Yep. Consistent. I don't know where that accent came from. You're welcome.
That is the end of your
I feel like I'm getting the Southern in my head too. So I apologize.
All right.
That's quite literally why I didn't do an accent for this character because I knew Cass's would bleed into my character if I didn't.
I know, but the problem is it's going to be that mixed with my Boston, so you're going to get this weird Southern that's for some reason makes no sense. I appreciate it. That's basically it.
James, can I get right there on a single move?
You can get to right here on a single move.
Okay, now how does this thing work where I can do the spell strike feat where I don't have to like hit? What does that mean?
You can just cast ignition if or you can just cast spells as if normally you just spend the actions to do so.
Okay.
And I will tell you right now, Livewire and Ignition will both trigger the deactivate its regen ability if you hit.
Mm-hmm.
So will Drug and Alchemist Fire and chucking one of those, but that runs the risk of hurting your allies with it.
Well, I was gonna do the Elemental Annihilation Wave because I'm pretty sure I get to pick the element.
You do.
But that's a cone.
And you might hit your friends.
And I might hit my friends.
Here,
so I'll hold on to that one.
You're only gonna hit Maeve.
I'm not gonna hit Maeve.
I'm just saying. I'm just being realistic. That's all.
I'm not gonna hit
little
Maeve.
fire damage. It's fine. I'm tiny.
Oh, it's not a little. It's a lot.
Worst case, you have a meal for the week.
Oh, don't say it like that.
The expression though.
You can eat them if you want.
Charlie's still in my hat. I am going to cast Livewire on it.
Okay, go ahead. Make an attack roll. So just click attack for me in chat.
Yeah.
It's gonna miss.
You're a point.
Go ahead. It's gonna miss.
I got another hero point. Thank you, Matt.
Typically, I don't allow that, but I'm feeling generous.
Oh, come on. We're almost done.
That's why I'm allowing it. Go ahead and make one more, but then no more after that.
Why is game paused?
I don't know.
What the
That's gonna definitely. You send out a copper wire from your staff, and it just doesn't connect, and it just retracts back to your staff.
Foundry, we were doing so good.
Okay, Big Raga, you're up. You are not doing well.
No, he's not. He's taking a couple hits.
Oh, I still got. Oh no, I don't.
No, you don't. That was all through your actions.
Yeah.
So I do have my shotgun out though, but he gonna back up out of this dude's range. Why can't there we go?
Got you.
And he's gonna level his shotgun. He's gonna fire.
Go ahead.
Actually, I have a proposal, DM.
Okay, I'm listening.
He has this blinding hot sauce in his pocket, and he is willing to dump it down into his gun to make his bullets extra spicy.
So technically, that is a feat called alchemical shot, but however, I will allow it. So I'm gonna give you Alchemist Fire Lesser. And I will give you 2 of those.
Mama's hot.
So you can do this only twice. Go ahead
That's
and make
fair.
a strike. I would say this takes one of your actions to dump in.
That's fine.
And then go ahead and make a shot. Either way, the hot sauce is consumed as part of it.
That's all right. We're going to see Mama after this. What
21.
Does that
hit? Just hits.
Go
Go ahead.
Let's
and
go.
roll damage.
So
And
dragon breath comes out of the front end of this thing, by the way.
Yeah, Mama's special sauce.
Okay.
Some
Damage.
spices to enhance your life.
I just need to hit the fire damage. That's all. Okay, it takes one. It's gonna take 11 points of damage. One of them being fire, deactivating its regeneration. That is gonna end your turn because it's one action to step back, pour shot. Top of round 4.
That 1 point of fire damage saved our ass.
1 point of fire damage is the reason why I cannot regen its next turn. All right, Nita, you are up. What are we doing, Ted?
Just trying to see if I had anything that can help our big boy over there hurting, but I only have I can treat your wounds in 10 minutes. I don't think that's helpful right now. So instead, I'm going to hope and pray that our spell slinger over here can do some fucking work. And I'm going to cast haste on Maureen, I think.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Maureen, you are
Just
haste,
because
so you can stride or strike as action. As you get one, you're
Is it just-
quickened.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just, you can just do it.
there it is. There's the thing. So it
Alright.
counts that I've done it.
Or hasted.
Then let's just try and make this guy scared again, because that's all I've got. That's a one action thing.
Go
in
ahead.
this moment that makes
There's
sense.
nothing saying you can't spam it. So
I mean, a part of me wants to also just like rip out my guts and go like climbing just for the fun of it, but we'll wait until everyone dies to do that.
Inside Guts is such a great. Sorry, Inside
It's
Ropes is
so
such a
fun.
great spell.
It's so good.
It's my inside ropes.
Yeah.
My inside ropes. Oh.
That's how I say it every time I use it in my home game. It's my inside ropes.
Okay,
there's the
that is
stretchy.
a. Remember, it has a -3 due to Bon Mo. As a critical failure, it
Finally!
becomes frightened 2.
Oh, I love to see it. I love the animation for Frightened.
Just a little
It
bunch
just
of
makes
spirit.
me
This
Yeah.
thing just had a real bad day. It got
Spring
shot in the
faces.
face.
Yeah.
Got caught on
Um,
fire.
Hey, that's all it needs.
And then I
As
just
that
pet
ends your
Ron.
turn.
And just pet
Ron
Ron.
just like balls up in a little ball for you.
You did your
It does not heal back its 20.
No, it does not.
I accidentally skipped its turn.
That's
No, that's
okay.
good.
Didn't have to go.
It is going to
Uh-oh.
use its chase prey
Oh,
and
no.
make 2 claw attacks.
No.
So one against Nita. Critical hit.
Oh, God, is one going
Oh,
against
no.
one? I'm worried.
20 points of damage to you.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
one against Maeve.
Hey now. Violence.
You're an all-star.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Each game on.
Wait. Hold on. I want to see. Oh, they both would have. I don't know why its frightened condition should be 2. I don't. Oh, that's because I accidentally skipped its turn. That's why. Okay, and then it is going to
Yeah, that would've hit
use its
anyway.
last action, and that hits. Okay, so the first attack that's a critical is 20 points to Nita, and then I'm gonna roll damage twice. That's 14 points and 12 points. I'll combine them for 26 points of damage to Maeve, as this is definitely the
2 hit
last
points.
powerful challenger. All right, Maeve, you're up. You are flanking it.
Yes, I am, and I love that for me. I'm going to.
Oh wait, hold on. I think you have to
Um,
technically be right here to flank, but I'll allow it.
Yeah, you have to be
Yeah, you have to be within a perfect, like, you can cross the
Line.
thing.
No.
So you have to stand right here. That, or you can try to trip it again, or you could just use
Actually,
an
I was
action
just
to stab.
actually no. That's I'm all for that. I'd like to try to trip it as it tried to move across.
Ooh, all right. Use your your dastardly dash. Cap,
And
go
then
ahead
that
and make
is-
an athletics attempt to trip. It's a success.
26.
Goes on its ass.
Yep.
Then I will give you panache.
Yeah, give me that panache.
Panache is
That
up
panache.
for you, and you have 1 action left. Sorry, 2 actions left.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, wait a minute, don't take my stuff.
Sometimes
have,
counting
like,
is hard. I
toys.
don't know what to tell you.
I know. I'm actually just.
Hey, we don't know math.
Yeah. Actually, no, it's screw it. If this is, you said last round, right?
It's getting closer. It's his last opponent.
Yeah. Oh, it's awesome.
He is
Uh,
below
what?
half of his
Wait.
hit points.
smoke them if you got them.
That hits.
And I'm gonna roll the second attack the +9. I'm
Gonna
hero
miss.
pointing that because no. Where's the hero point tab for that?
Click
think
right
about?
click the thing, the chat, and then it should let you.
Oh, I don't.
I don't know why it's
Yeah,
not
like
letting
right
you.
click on your roll, and then a little
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
should come up and say like re-roll with hero
Nope.
point. Oh,
Nope.
I don't know. It's not letting me. Just click it again. It's okay.
23.
23 to
Right.
hit. That hits.
Damage 16.
I'm not getting these updates. Hold on. I'm gonna refresh my phone.
Yeah, I'm not either.
20, both attacks combined, I got 27.
Hold on. I'm refreshing. Just
Yeah, that's
give me
cool.
one
No,
second.
refresh.
In the meantime, I hope y'all
Killed the
enjoy.
server, James.
I know I'm so mean. I didn't know it does that when I reload, but that's good to know.
Yeah,
It's okay. We're all gonna come back. It's gonna be great.
I'm down for it.
All right, there we go. I see the damage now. That's
Yeah,
16, 11 damage. Damage. Is at a quarter of its health. That is going to end your turn, bringing us to Maureen. It is prone.
Oh, well, I got kicked. I'm having to come back in.
I know. Well, I'm just saying it's your turn. If you want to just
You got
generally
so
tell me what
many
you want to
fucking
do.
modules.
I know. Listen,
would like-
I deleted 30 of them like the other day.
Out of how many? Out of how many?
165.
Uh-huh.
In my defense, so a lot of those are premium content for Eldritch Osiris games, which is a based company.
I mean, it is pretty based. I'll give you that one.
A lot of them is literally like EOG product number 1, EOG product number 2.
You know what's really funny is it opened up like I went to click my character sheet and it opened up the last time I played with you. Okay, I'm using. Oh, I've got reach. I don't have to move, do I?
You don't even have to move, and it's on its ass.
Here we go. All right, I'm gonna target that little bitch, and then I'm gonna smack it. Okay.
Hell yes.
So a spell strike is the same number of actions as a spell I'm hitting it with.
2 actions. Yes.
If I do spinning staff, I know it says 2 enemies, but can I hit the same enemy twice?
No.
Okay. I had to
Spinning
ask.
staff is meant for you to just hit multiple enemies with it.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna smack it with ignition.
Okay, make a strike.
Hold on. Multiple freaking screens. What the fuck?
That hits.
That hits. Thank God
It
for
just
being
barely hits. That hits.
Damn.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, hold on. Damage. And I'm hitting it with an ignition.
Okay, that's 8 points of damage.
And then rolling damage on ignition. Another 12.
12. Still standing.
I have a
But
haste
you triggered
action.
its weakness.
Yeah.
Yep. You still have 2
Now,
actions left. One being
I do have
hasted,
2 actions left, so I can hit it again with another spell strike.
No.
No.
Quickened is a separate category of actions. You can't use spell strike twice, and you have to recharge your spell strike. So you can't spell strike again this turn. That being said, you can't just smack the bitch. Because you have 1 action left, and then you have a quickened action.
Yeah, so I can just hit it again. Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
hit it. Oh, but what if I throw a little alchemist fire on it?
1 action to pull it out, 1 action to chuck it. Even with 1 damage, that is enough to kill it. Go ahead. I will say you can literally, as it's on its ass, just pull out 1 and just be like, fucking
I
done.
literally like pull it out, pull the cork with my teeth, like because I love hot sauce. I just like take a little lick off the top of it and then whonk.
And it immediately poof up in flames. The forest troll dies because it literally is at 1 hit point. And its splash damage alone is enough to kill it.
Spicy.
As
Uh-huh.
the last one drops, you look up to the Cyclopses. I'm going to pull us out of combat.
I almost died. Fuck.
You have proven yourself through strength. You are fit to learn of the God's reign. We have foreseen an event that shall shake Galarian to its very core. Several moons from now, darkness will spread the sky. Essence flows through the heavens. Death looms, stalking. A god will die. We do not know which. All we can see is the blood falling. Shards of metal flying across Galarian. A new age is coming. A war. Stronger and more deadly than we have ever seen. Chaos shall reign. This is the God's reign. We do not know who will die, but one will, and many others will follow. The heavens shall be shook, hell unleashed.
So anyone want a vacation literally anywhere else in the next little while?
Is that?
Remember, Galarian's the whole planet.
Yeah, we can go to another plane.
I just
Just
pick up Ron. I'm like, "Were you listening to that?
You gotta. Mm-hmm.
Do you want to tell them the bad news, or do I have to tell them the bad news?"
You see 3 of its legs point to you.
Oh, Ron, you're supposed to be the boss.
Like a beetle shrug.
I don't know why. I just heard Michael Keaton's Beetlejuice in my head. Like, hey, how you doing?
Well, see, and I'm
That's
just
not my
hearing
job,
the
man.
little pill bugs from Bug's Life. It's
Yeah.
just-
Yeah, that too. They're so cute.
But you see the chieftain stares up into the sky. It's already darkened cloud.
Oh, wait, is this like a rain that's happening like now?
Oh.
Not yet,
Oh,
but
okay.
soon.
Oh, hey, hold on. Can you see who's doing the killing? Is that a thing we know? Oh.
All we know is wars to come. I pray you are safe.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice. I appreciate that.
You see they all begin to collectively murmur once more, and their singular eye begins flashing white and like of a glow. And you could tell this is when they began a trance to see into the future. You kind of get the hint that this is your time to leave, as they have to continue watching the future.
Just kind of
Well,
stare at
yeah.
them, like blink out for a bit. And they'll just look at the other ones like, all right. Do you want to slide down the tree on a giant ice slide or climb down my guts?
Ice slide, please.
No one picks the
And he
guts
picks
Oh,
up
yeah.
his
ever.
hat.
I would say, like,
pull that back inside you.
Sub-Zero, you create an ice slide using a combination of magics and slide down the tree, make it back to Nadal. Well, you make it. You're already in Nadal. Sorry, be more specific. You make it into Nisvarach. There, as each of you go to bed, you are not plagued by the haunting vision for one night. However, you dream of a forest decaying and rotting. As you each wake up, you find a magical gift waiting for you. Some of you had your weapons enhanced with thorns on the end of your brass knuckles. Your rapier now has a wooden hilt that can act as a shield. Your staff grows to an even stronger length and reinforced with a winding vine that will give you additional spells. And to its learner, you learn a lesson that night. You study the bridge between life and death. And I will say you learn the lesson, and this does not translate into the home game. This is purely for thematics. I'm sorry. You learn the lesson of life, and you gain the life boost hex, which will give an ally fast healing 2. As the information has been passed on.
That's so good.
But as the nights continue, the sky continues to darken, smoke rising. Blood begins falling from the sky as shards of metal begin flying everywhere, striking you. Perhaps this is your call, your mythic calling. May the gods reign be swift and the war be over. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session of Pathfinder 2nd Edition, Omens of Lost Immortality. For those who aren't familiar with Pathfinder lore, the Gods Reign and the War of the Immortals are real events that are coming to Pathfinder coming in October. So if you are very interested and want to hop in at a fun point in the Galarian saga, there is not a better time, as the book War of the Immortals are coming out in October, where you could play a mythic character. So if we continue these characters, they will begin their mythic path, eventually becoming mythic warriors, taking on beings powerful
you said like
than the cosmos.
if you mean
If.
when.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I
I need
James.
the book first. I need the
I
book
was like-
first.
I like to admit.
Paizo has not sent me anything yet. I could fully confirm that I've begged 1,000 times at Gen Con to see even the smallest of previews, and Michael Sayer told me no. That being said, thank you so much for everybody joining. If you want to check out the God's Reign, there are 10 really, really fun prophecies already on the Paizo blog. You can just look up the God's Reign. It is written by my friend Erin Roberts. She did such a great job with every one of them. So if you want to just get fun flavor about what happened if each of the other deities had died, spoiler alert, hi Interpoint. Spoiler alert, Gorm's the one that's going to die. Gorm is dying, which is the god of war, which will kick off the War of Immortals, and a bunch of minor deities will die. We still don't know who, which also introduces mythic rules for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. I am so very excited. I can't wait to get my hands on the mythic rules. But Pathfinder is my favorite game of all time. It's made by such amazing people over at the Paizo Union, and I'm so happy every time I get to play it with my friends, like the lovely people here on stream. I believe it follows the same rules as every other stream, that we will go around the table, tell us who you are, what you're working on, where people can find you, all that fun stuff. We had so many excellent raiders. Everybody who stayed to figure out what the God's Reign was, thank you so much. It has been an event I've been super excited for since it was announced that a god was dying last year, and I can't believe it's happening. Luis Loza teased me about it forever, and I love him, but he could be himself some days. That being said, Tay, why don't you kick us off? Tell us who you are, what you're working on, where people can find you, all that fun stuff.
Hell yeah. I'm muted, right? Yeah, hell yeah. Hi, hello. I am Taylor. I put Taylor all over the internet. There's underscores before and after in some places. I don't know. The internet's a weird place. You can find me here doing all sorts of wonderful things. Like in am I in any other one shots this month? I don't think so, but you'll see me on Thursdays for the
The
last
event. Legally distinct.
Legally distinct. And I
Legally
know the
distinct,
difference.
copyright not trademarked.
Matt's heckling me from the other room. And then you can also find me on The Lost Caravan every other Monday, where I play in Lancer Hell's Gate. But now I think we're still because we're back in Hell's Gate. But we're leaving Hell's Gate, but we're there. I think that's the season right now. I don't know. It's a good fun time. It's trauma. It's wonderful. It's good fun. Laughs, cries, tears. Am I doing anything else that is
You're in
stream related?
Fallout.
I am in Fallout.
According to Matt.
I don't know when it is airing. We're recording it this week, but it will be coming, and that'll be on High Shelf Collective, and that'll be ran by Nate wherever on the screen in comparison to me pointing.
Like bottom right.
And then wherever you listen to your podcast, you should check out Bloom and Blade. It's a Girl by Moonlight podcast. I am the director for it. We are very proud of it. Anna and Kit have done amazing jobs at editing and producing and just making it a beautiful, wonderful work of art. And Logan and Candace have been absolutely amazing in the crew as well, doing just like characters that make me want to die. They're so perfect. Season 1 has wrapped. It is all out. It is bingeable. Help us keep we've been hitting record numbers every month. So keep helping with that. And spoiler, season 2 is already halfway done recording, so you're gonna have more content, and there should be an announcement about a really cool big new thing that's coming with season 2 really soon. I don't know the exact day, but keep an eye out on our socials. That's all I do, I think.
All right, let's go to Cass.
Hi, I have been your Cass today. I was here as Maureen. I am better known around the places as Yoda or Yoda Almighty, mostly just Discord and Blue Sky. I haven't opened Blue Sky in 2 months though, so I'm there. You can come follow me, but I don't update it. I will be back on your screens twice more this week. I will be over on Entropy Emporium, who rated us this evening, for the 3rd episode of our Girl by Moonlight Magical Girl campaign. Where we are playing God Complex. We are piloting the husks of dead gods as mechs and fighting interdimensional space kaiju. It's great. I totally didn't eat our dead commanding officer last time. It worked. And then on Saturday, I will be part of one of the last games of the Lost Caravans Charity Week Caravan of Cthulhu, playing Delta Green with Doc. And my agent name is Calamity, and I'm just going to let you extrapolate from there. And then picking back up next Thursday, we'll be over on Live from the Apocalypse with Redacted, which is JD's horror game. We're all haunted, and one of the ghosts in my head is dead? Unclear. We're coming back, and that's alternating Thursdays, God Complex and Redacted. I have some other things coming up and in the future, and if I yell about them on Discord, so you can come find me. So I guess that's Nate is next.
All right, Nate, go ahead.
That's me. Hi, everyone. My name is Nate. I played Neve, who I was telling them earlier. Neve is also technically my D&D character, but I just wanted to try something different. which was fun playing and not a magic user for once. That was fun. If you want to find me online, you can go to Instagram, IndieNate, INDIE Nate. I'm primarily there. I'm also on Twitter. I will not call it the other name, at Nate_B. Also, just don't go there. It's a hellscape. It's not worth it. If you want to find me elsewhere, I have a website, natebushman.com. I work as a photographer. My photos are great. I rarely get to say that out loud. I need to say it more. In terms of what's coming up for me, as Taylor mentioned, or rather as Matt shouted in the chat, thank you, Matt, we are recording a Fallout one-shot that I just realized I don't have a name for yet, and I should probably figure that out. But it is set in the Commonwealth. It's set in Boston. I hope you're all ready for wicked smart accents. It's going to happen. Bring your dunks. Outside of that, on the 26th, as Taylor mentioned when we did the calendar scheduling at the top, I am running a Fabula Ultima one-shot. It's funny. I had session 0 today, and I did not bring up the title of it, but they know it, and we're gonna have to find a way to maybe shorten it because it's too long for a stream title. It's a funny thing happened on the way to the Feylands. Thank you, Sondheim. If you're a fan of Final Fantasy, just expect that type of shenaniganry from me. I have a very specific thing I want to do, and it'll be fun. That's me. Thanks for having me again, guys.
All right, Casey.
Yeah, how y'all doing? Casey here. I played the Big Raga, the op stopper. He almost got stopped, but he soldiered through, being the orc that he is. You can find me here. Let me think. We got Last Caravan, Werewolf. Let's see. Yeah, Last Caravan coming up. Then we got Werewolf. Then this Friday, you can come and watch me run Omega. Omega Tales was a game that was developed by me, Taylor, Gavin, and a few other folks, where it is a cyberpunk hack. So if you're familiar with cyberpunk, but you love sexy blue aliens and being just a regular badass, hey, come watch us play and download the thing for free, because I did it for free because I don't have EA fighting money. And then let's see, what else am I in? I'm in a few. Next Monday, we're in the final episode of you can find me fight for the championship for Worldwide Wrestling of Memphis, because it takes place in Memphis. And then I know I'm missing a few other games. I didn't realize I was in so many this month, but yeah, come find me. If you just want to see trucking life, follow me on Instagram at Tabletop Trucker or Trucking78 at Instagram, where you just see me take loads from one side to the other. And I don't know. I have other things in the plan. Look on the Discord. That's where you can also, you just want to talk to me, Tabletop Trucker or Granny Bane at HSC. I will be summoned and I will come out of the ether.
All right, and I guess that leaves me. Hi, I'm James. I love Pathfinder. I have been your GM for the evening. I will be back here on Sunday playing the most rigged game of Lancer I've ever been in, and surprisingly not a Monarch for this one, because I know some of its stats, and I can't, no matter how much I do enough chip damage, but I don't do enough big damage. Trust me, I've tried. Stop playing White Witch Emperor. It's okay. I just have 1 million armor. Not the point. I work on Pathfinder for a living over at Eldritch Osiris Games, a company I opened when I was 19. Like, probably not the smartest decision I've ever made. But I get to make a ton of really cool products every week, and it's really, really fun. And yeah, so you can find me over there. I will be helping out Lost Caravan where I can. We'll be trying to get a Starfinder 2e playtest game in now that Starfinder 2nd edition is out, which is Pathfinder, but in space. And they hate being called that, but let's be honest. Paizo, don't sue me. That being said, thank you everybody so much for joining us. I'm not sure if we're rating anybody, but Tay will let me know.
Yeah. We'll raid Sparkles Mandy. It looks like they're playing a one shot of some sort of Strahd related thing. So we're gonna go over there because everyone else is asleep, or a bunch of just white men that are streaming currently. And I don't want to raid just a bunch of white men, so we're gonna go and hang out with them. So give them some love in chat. And yeah. Thank you everyone for
everyone.
being here.
Bye.
Thank you for all the raids. Thank you, James, for your first High Shelf Collective appearance and its Game Master. And thank you, Cass, for your first High Shelf Collective appearance and being a fucking badass and killing everybody
Thank
for
you.
us.
Look, James yelled at me about Magus for like hours one night. I had to
Yes.
So good.
It's
The
so
class
good.
is busted. It's
We're gonna scream about how good the class was. Everybody, go give Sparkles Mandy some love. Put some like emotes or something in chat so they get credit for us rating them, please. So that they see your beautiful faces. Love you all. Good night. Don't
Matt,
forget
you are
it.
correct. I
Hey,
am
all
better
you
than
love
James.
people.
fuck you, Matt.